talking about flashing lights, baby. Flashing lights everywhere.
Niggas was saying shit about me. They didn't even fucking know me. This is my story. This is what I was doing when wasn't nobody looking.
Y'all don't know what goes on in practice or the locker room.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! It's Monday, y'all already starting.
I've never seen them over there.
We mixing and matching.
Yeah, he was over there last time I was here.
Lexi, I'm gonna give Lexi my seat for sure.
Thank you.
We got the Halloween decorations. Look at us.
Yeah, the Halloween decorations off the chain, by the way.
We love
Shout out.
Halloween.
Shout out to the staff. I'm taking this bird. I'm taking this black bird.
Together.
Yes, they did.
Look at us. It's spooky season.
Yeah.
Spooky season.
This is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas with us.
What they do?
We got Lexi Brown on this side of the couch for today, and we got Brandon Jennings back with us.
I can hear Jimmy. I can hear Jimmy.
That's tough crowd? No.
No, it's just Jimmy. I'm just on some Jimmy thing, right? Jimi Hendrix, because people have been at me lately outside of, just going through some stuff, but it's all right.
Gil, we played your son this weekend, held him to 42. Lock up! Well, we was locking him up. He had to earn every one of those 42.
He had to earn every one of those 42.
No, but we got a lot to get into, so here's what's cooking in the arena today. The Freak Time era got off to a great start, but should Bucks fans be concerned with Dame's performance in their 17-point loss to the Hawks? Steph's been on demon time this season, but will CP3 coming off the bench be what the Warriors need to make noise in the West? And Tyrese Maxey has been cooking with the Sixers in Harden's absence, but will the burgeoning star be enough to keep Embiid happy in Philly? But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use promo code GIL that will match your first deposit up to $500. You heard that right. $500 deposit match. You're not getting that anywhere else except for Underdog Fantasy. So go ahead and download it. We need to get them depositors.
I was on fire. I was on fire this weekend. $30 at a time.
High or lower?
Huh?
High or low?
No, I was doing everything.
No.
Pick'ems? What else you do? The
I just
head-to-heads?
do pick'ems. No, I don't do head-to-heads.
Yeah, that's confusing.
$5, $10.
That's all you need.
30, pulling in 30. I was killing them on them 30s.
Are you doing the three? The
30. I'm sticking to what I do.
Three?
3, 2, that's it. When I start going 4, 5, be like, you just start like forcing stuff.
You got to get insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm gonna just go back to insurance.
As always, we do mostly fans at the end of the show. So go ahead, drop a good question, include your Underdog username. We will give you a $50 bonus. If you send us a video, we got some good ones today. One in particular that we will address at the end of the show. But we'll give you $100 if you send us a video. Y'all think y'all funny out here. So I'm gonna be funny too.
You got a video like locked and loaded already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somebody thought they were trying to be funny, but
You're gonna be hilarious.
it's all good.
Get them.
And as always, if you can't watch the show on YouTube with us, go ahead and download Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast from. We got the audio versions for y'all on deck. Having said all that, let's get this show started. So the NBA saw the motion the NFL was getting with Taylor Swift and decided they needed a big name to help them move their game. What do we got for us? Boom! Kim K. The NBA and WNBA announced a new deal with Kim Kardashian's Skims line that makes him the official underwear partner of both leagues. Lexi, I know you were excited about this. You rocking Skims?
I love Skims. She's taking a lot of my money already, so I'm not paying for no more Skims, Kim. Send it over, please. But I think it's great. I think she has an opportunity to do something that hasn't been done with women's sports yet and put us like in this like high-end, luxury, sexy types of campaigns. So we'll see. The WNBA's had opportunities to do that, and they've kind of fumbled.
Okay.
So I hope they don't
Yeah, you talked about that a lot too, right? Just how
Yeah, I mean,
they're
this
fumbling
is-
bags and opportunities.
Yeah, this is exactly. I don't even know why the NBA is part of this. It should just be WNBA.
Oh my God!
It should be WNBA.
I just said
Skims.
I just said that. Yeah.
Same thing with Kylie Jenner's or whatever, which one of them. That should be part of Lululemon. That should be part of like Victoria's Secret. That should be part of the like. I don't know what players they targeting in the NBA. That's about the worst. What the fuck is Skims?
They got SGA already. They got
Skims is it's a women's line. It's for like women line. Like
Well,
it's
she
all women.
just dropped men's stuff.
Oh.
Just now.
Oh, okay. What's the next? Fashion Nova for the men's?
I don't know.
That also exists.
Why even Fashion Nova for WNBA?
I just feel like Skims should be just WNBA.
WNBA.
I just hope her rollout.
As a man, I'm not wearing no women draws.
She has
They have
the
men's
men's
draw.
line.
It's a women's line though, so I'm not like it's a women's line. It's for women.
Did y'all see her
It's for women.
her men's
Like, you
rollout?
out here wearing a women's.
I mean, no.
Yeah, like
listen.
SGA. I don't know who else was involved.
Listen,
It
like
was-
Savage-
it was
yeah, like
her
Savage
most
Fenty,
liked,
like-
talked about drop that I've seen.
No,
'Cause, you know, I follow it very closely.
Listen, I get it. Men's line, cool. But it is an NBA locker room, right?
Yeah.
Right? Right? It is an NBA locker room, and like let's just say Victoria's Secret made boxers, and you tried to walk in the locker room with one of those. Yeah.
Victor's Secret.
Yeah. You just don't. You
Yeah.
can't. You ain't getting the ball. Is all I'm saying.
I just
Yeah,
don't
it's like the
see-
guys who rock the purses.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
you
What are we
gotta-
doing?
You're not rocking with the man purse?
No.
Sketcher shoes. There's just certain things you can't as the dude. And
Yeah,
I'm just not. Skechers now?
in the locker room.
I'm not wearing Skechers.
And B
Not even
got the Skechers
for
deal.
all that money.
Yeah,
I'm not wearing no Skechers. It just don't fit me. I don't
They
care what
actually
the.
don't look as bad as I thought they
but
were
what I'm
going to
saying is
look.
you have to be in the locker room every day.
So you think they clowning him every day?
Every day.
Who?
Embiid, right?
If you,
Every
got, if
day.
you got a guard
Who else
nigga wearing
has Skechers
Skechers,
on? They clowning Embiid about his Skechers?
Yes.
but what happens when Embiid cooks you in Skechers?
And you just.
I-
That's
I
demoralizing.
got cooked by.
I wore Skechers.
Ain't nobody wearing them. We ain't gonna see nobody else with them on. No.
I forgot I was visiting somewhere and I forgot workout shoes, so I went to Target and bought some Skechers. They were very comfortable.
Did you hoop in them?
No, I just ran and stuff, but I got like made fun of the entire day.
But you was hooping though. I mean,
But I was comfortable.
So, I mean, maybe wearing Skechers from the mental side, it makes you have to hoop because you can't be trash in Skechers.
Oh yeah, you can't be trash. And
I'm just saying. Like, I gotta hoop.
Wait, who is it? Julius Randolph? Isn't he with
it's
Skechers
Julius
too?
Randle and Embiid, right?
Right. They're all with like Skechers.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look at the people that are wearing Skechers.
It makes sense for the players who play. We look at you. We can see it. Skechers. You got a Skechers.
Well, they're
game.
You got a
durable.
Skechers
You
game.
got a Skechers game.
You got a Skechers game.
Skechers game.
Yeah. So, is the NBA trying to compete with the Taylor Swift buzz with this Kim Kardashian move?
There's no competing with that buzz.
You think Taylor's on a higher level
Oh,
than
yeah,
Kim?
absolutely.
Yeah. Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Whoa. I mean, Taylor Swift, she going to the games for free. So
That's
the
what I was
NFL
saying.
just
She
getting that
put
off.
no
That's
money
just
into nothing.
that's just off her
She
just
showed
wanting to
up.
go. Like
And that's one team.
like Kim got to pay for this though, right? Like she has to pay to put Skim. Like
I don't know.
Taylor Swift just showing
Man.
up.
Yeah, but I think Skims is valued at like $4 billion. So,
No, for sure.
yeah.
But that's the same.
Kanye got paid. Ye got paid
Yeah.
because he owned 50%.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, is it like it should be?
I'm just interested to see. Okay, they've made the announcement now. Like, what is the plan moving forward with this? Like, okay, you're the official underwear, whatever, of the leagues. Like, but like,
The official draws.
how
of the
do you?
NBA.
How are we gonna promote that? But like, not do too much because we're still professional athletes. We still want to be taken seriously. But we're also beautiful and in shape and like the perfect people to model these
I
things.
can tell you this: they it's going to be more on the male side than it is the female side, and that's the bad part about it.
We'll see.
The NBA is going to roll it out as like it's their players versus the ones who's going to be wearing it.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
I mean, at least now that makes sense since our season is
Just
not
ended.
even happening.
Yeah.
Which is also annoying. Kim, what? You're gonna wait till we're done? Cool.
There won't be no women doing this.
Well, maybe she gonna have us all getting ready, and then when our season starts, they'll just have everything ready to go.
We would hope.
No, listen, the Skims for WNBA is gonna be off the chain though next year. Trust me. They gonna go.
We have to do something.
Everybody,
more
all the women gonna be in it.
No. That's why I said you will hope. Like you will hope that is the push. Like
more of it.
Well, they did it with the USA teams. They had some of the USA women athletes in the campaign in the Olympics, but we'll see. Hoping for the best.
They're gonna do something like it's gonna be like a couple NBA players with the women.
Yeah.
Like, and we just gonna be laughing like, goofball.
Yeah.
So Lexi,
Definitely All-Star weekend. Watch.
outside of yourself, who are some WNBA players that you believe should get that Skims bag?
Ooh, there's a lot actually. I'll have to say Kalani Brown, who plays for Dallas. Isabel Harrison, who plays for Chicago. I think Courtney Williams would be dope. I think it'd be cool if they like get a variety of players, like not like all the super girly, like maybe some like not so girly, more of the tomboy ones, and just show the versatility of the brand.
Okay.
Yeah, outside of myself, you know, I was just like me, pick me.
Kim, if you're watching this episode, we know you are. Go ahead, give Lexi a Skims bag, please.
Please,
but
I've been begging.
It's the official sponsor, so not individual for players.
No, it's for the whole.
Like
whole
Hennessy too,
shit.
spirit of the game.
Okay.
Hennessy and Skims.
Yeah, so just put it on a jersey or something.
I think it's gonna be on the court. I think I read that.
Oh wow.
Skims. Oh.
So you know what else is on the court? Chet Holmgren and Joker. They played each other this weekend. I'm Segway King. I gotta stop acknowledging. I just gotta roll. That was like a 6.
That was That
was a good
not your
6,
best.
though.
That was your best.
You could get through college with D+. Just remember that.
Yes.
So Chet Holmgren looked solid in his redshirt rookie season, but at 208 pounds, he was no match for the 284-pound Joker. Let's look at a little bit of this big body going on. Ooh. But in Chet's defense, I mean, who really does want those problems?
Like, he does this to everybody.
Yeah, like AD got the same work. So after giving Chet his first welcome to the league moment, Jokic was candid with his praise for the Thunder rookie. This is what he had to say. He said, he's a really talented guy, but this is his first year. He's still learning everything. I think he needs to be a little fatter, to be honest, but yes, he's a talent that is unique. And that's via Bennett Durando of the Denver Post. So will Chet getting fatter do anything to help him stop Joker down the road?
No.
Nah,
Really?
Chet needs to be Chet and stay his comfortable size.
Stay his, you know.
But why did he say fatter and not stronger? Or is that just because he's
fatter.
from?
Yeah. Because he's a little
'Cause he's
fatter
just
now.
fat? Yeah.
That's just Serbian.
Yeah, I was like, it's because he's.
They don't-
I just feel like they need to put him in the right position. He shouldn't be playing the 5.
Yeah.
He should be playing the 4. Like he should be. Come on. Like he should be playing the 4. Like go get a 5, so he can guard Jokic and all these bigs. But he needs to be at the 4 position.
I mean, but I guess does that even really matter with Joker? Because you get a bigger dude, like we talked about Shaq and how.
No, it matters.
Yeah.
KG was who? Was he more Jokic or was he more Chet? What position did he play?
Yeah.
Right? So, all those guys who were really thin but had that height, they went to the 4. Right?
Yeah.
Dirt, 4. All these guys were 4s. Right? Get someone that can bang with Jokic, and then Chet is the help side.
But what I'm saying is, does a guy even that big matter in stopping a dude like Jokic? Because he's gonna take you.
No, what I'm saying
Take you inside if you skinny. He's gonna take you outside.
But I think
if
it's
you
not
big.
about stopping Jokic.
Containing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a bigger body, like just a center. Like you need a real center for that. I think that team just needs a real center.
Yeah, just like with the Lakers that year. You have Dwight, guarding them, and then you have AD back there just in case he got to the hoop. All that extra stuff he's doing, there's another 7-footer back there challenging that shot. Right, that's what you need. You have Chet, that's the AD style, so you need someone who can, rough up with him.
So for sure, we talked about this, but in a league that shifted away from big bruising centers to power forwards playing the 5 spot, how important is it for guys like Chet and Wemby to put on weight, and how much is too much?
Did KG put on weight?
Like did KD?
No.
Like,
Did Dirt put on weight? He can't,
Early?
just some body frames can't. Like, how long has Kevin been out the league? 5 years now?
Garnett?
Yeah.
Let's double check.
He still looked like
He still looked like how when he first came in. When he first came in, yeah.
You know, that body style just can't gain weight. So, you know, there's really he can sit in the weight room all day.
He's 7
years.
Going
And
on
I'm
8
pretty
now.
sure he gained, 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's really
He's just
nothing
gonna have
you
to use
can
his
do.
body type to his advantage. And then if you get them too focused on gaining weight, then it's gonna take away from their game, which is the way it is because of their weight and their size and the way they can move.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's fair to like look at Chet in this one game, watching Joker do these things to him that he literally does to every other larger player in the entire league. So
He's a redshirt rookie, but when you look at a guy like Giannis, came in the league super slender, is beefing up. Is that a route that these guys should be looking at going?
well,
Or
Giannis
stay
don't
behind
have
the
the
size.
skill set that those two have. So I don't think Giannis had a choice but to get stronger.
True.
But even with that muscle mass, you can see it was already in him, right? He had a chance to gain weight like that. You know, there's just some players who just can't gain weight like that no matter what you do. They can sit him on a weight program, eat, and his metabolism is just gonna burn through that shit.
Yeah, but that don't mean they're not getting stronger. They're
I mean,
still
that's
getting,
what I'm saying.
like they're still getting
It's
stronger. It's just
that wiry strong.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's skinny, but he can. That wiry strong ain't gonna help him right now.
no.
Like I said, right now,
Yeah,
that shit ain't gonna help.
Yeah, against guys like that and Embiid, like
He's done. You know.
So question for you two on the NBA side and for you, Lexi, on the WNBA side. How long did it take you to get your grown man and grown woman body?
Usually, okay. So in theory, it takes you about your third year before you can understand how the game is played. You know your strengths and weaknesses versus the people you're guarding. So players who are really turning on your all-stars and your superstars, by year 3, they already have figured out what they're good at, right? You know, some guys, the older guys, can usually turn it on in their second year. And if you have a Hall of Famer, you will see it in his first year. Right? You'll see the dominance, you know, of them in their first year.
Brandon?
for me, I would have to say the lockout year, the second year, 2011.
Your second year?
Yeah, my second year. That was the time I had a chance to actually work on my body. So I got kind of after it early, just because of the lockout, working at Under Armour, and just being able to really, work on my body and focus. Because we didn't start that season until December. Yeah, so Christmas. Yeah, we had all summer. So I think that's the first time I really got after it.
You lifted?
Yeah, I was lifting. I was doing training. I had time. we didn't know when we was gonna play, honestly. So I was just trying all type of different workouts.
You're also going from city to city, cooking too.
Yeah, cooking too.
Yeah, here and there.
Decent
Yeah, it's
ball.
like opposite with us since we stay in college for the 4 years. Our strength and conditioning coaches are insane. So, we have crazy preseason conditioning and lifts every other day, off days on the road. We're lifting constantly. So I was pretty strong when I got into the league. And we don't really lift that much during our season. We lift a little bit during training camp, but because of between our traveling and not having the private planes, we don't really have that much time to really lift unless you make the time for yourself. So I've leaned out actually a lot since I've been in the league, and that's actually been better for me. I feel like I play at a higher level smaller. So I was looking back at my college videos and pictures, and I was I was big as hell. And I was we're doing Olympic lifting in college. Everyone is doing on the same lift program. Post players and guards should not be on the same lift program, but that's what we were doing. So when I got to the league, I leaned out a ton, and now I understand my body more. But that took maybe a year or two for me to really understand.
Yeah, they had us doing football weightlift. I don't know if y'all were the same in Arizona, but the hand cleans. And
Yeah,
just
clean.
I didn't touch no
power
weight.
cleans.
I'm so glad I missed college.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so glad I missed the college training.
We had a competition for a belt with all
Seriously?
Yeah, well, I won that shit. But I won it every year, but mile run, we had a beep test, we had push-up test, squats, bench press.
So you
It's
did
crazy.
no lifting in college. So what was that transition like to the NBA?
Easy. Easy. All that shit is overrated, man. Being strong to do what exactly? To do, I don't care how strong you are, if I'm at full speed, what is your strength going to do?
For the fourth quarter?
No, but what is it going to do to me? Like I can say if I'm backing you down, trying to, run my offense, and now you can guide me and do all this. Like hand check was in when I was in. But if I'm coming 95 miles an hour, how strong can you be? I'm gonna run right through that, right? It doesn't, you know what I mean? So, and then if I'm going to the lane, how strong can you actually be before it's a foul? Right? So you're knocking me out of the air, foul. It shows that you're strong. If you notice, the stronger players in the NBA get penalized for being strong because no one's calling foul for them. Right. No one's calling foul for LeBron, Shaq, right? Cousins. All this strength y'all doing, you're not getting, no one's giving you every foul. Mm-hmm. Well, the little guys,
like a sneaky strong like Steph or somebody like that?
Like Steph don't get that. Hawks.
Trae
Young. 10 free throws a game. Small.
Yeah.
Foul.
Hey,
Giannis, how many times does Giannis get 30 fouls a game? But they ain't gonna give it to him. Right. So being strong is really overrated. AI wasn't strong, but he's sitting at the free throw line all day because as soon as you touch him, he's falling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now you got to play defense like that. I mean, it's
just be in shape.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing for you is
KD
just
couldn't lift this pound. He couldn't. I think he's the only person in history who couldn't lift.
He couldn't do 185 one time.
He couldn't do 85 one time.
Who?
KD.
Oh yeah, but that didn't mean that. Yeah. And I know everybody made it a big deal, but it was
that's what everybody made it.
It didn't do nothing.
Made it a deal until the NBA season started. He was torching everybody.
Yeah.
Then he was like, well, I guess this doesn't mean anything.
Yep. Yep. I remember that. They made it a big deal. They made it. I'm like, 185 don't mean nothing.
Like the only people that need to be strong is post-up players.
Yeah, bigs.
That's it. Just bigs. The guards. That didn't.
Okay.
Especially once the guard started coming downhill. Once that guard started coming downhill, it was basically all about speed at that point.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Giannis. Let's talk a little bit about Freak Time. Freak Time's debut in Milwaukee this past Thursday gave Bucks fans some optimism for the season, even though they only beat the Hardenless Sixers by 1 point. Dame dropped 39, franchise record for a debut, including 14 points in the final 4 minutes of the game. Brandon, we'll start with you, our resident Bucks and Six expert. What did Dame show you in his Bucks debut?
That it's going to be a lot of that this year. He's going to have a chance to take over games a lot in the fourth, which I like that Giannis is going to trust him, and which they need. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what happens. I mean, it's only 2 games, but I mean, I think for players, you always want your debut to be like, especially going to a new team, a new opportunity. So I mean, he definitely showed it.
Yeah, you rocking with it?
Yes.
I mean, he did everything he was supposed to do.
It was great.
Coming out scoring 31 and 39 and how he did it, it gives you like this is what we should expect. Moving forward.
Okay, Dame. Lex, what you think about Dame's debut?
I thought it was great. I've been a Dame fan since he first got into the league, and I've always enjoyed watching him in Portland take over games and have Dame time. So for him to be able to do it on a team that has the potential to win a championship, playing next to someone like Giannis, I think it's great for him, and it's going to be up and down. I don't think that you should expect him to score 39 every night, even though people are still going to expect that out of him. But the defenses are going to get hip at some point to how he's playing on that team. And until Chris Middleton comes back all the way healthy, he's going to have a lot to carry offensively from the guard position.
Yeah. And it's also a learning year for him, too. It's going to be a successful year, but also learning. Playing with, you're playing with a franchise that's demands to win a championship, so it's pressure, it's expectation. So, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better position for him in his career right now.
So we talked about the first game. Now we got to talk about game 2. Second game with the Bucks, complete opposite. 6 points, 6 turnovers in 29 minutes. He was minus 29 for the game. Hawks came into Milwaukee, smacked the Bucks by 17. So what did Dame show you in game 2?
It was Flavor Flav's fault.
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
That's just what it was. You can't have a debut like that and then can we get the first 15 games in before we want to start clowning?
Just unserious.
That's just not it. That was not it. So I think that's what happened. That's what it was. Nobody asked his ass to go out there and sing. And who?
Actually, the Bucks did.
Well, I want to know. Well, I want to know who booked that. 'Cause that wasn't
Whose
it.
idea was that?
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Flava Flav.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my God.
So good. What did you see from Dame in game 2?
I seen preseason, right? Just like I'm seeing from every veteran right now. Like, people don't realize the regular season started November, right? So all this, what we're seeing now, was preseason. So, I don't expect anyone to hit their real stride, especially the veteran players, to really hit their strides until mid-November, end of November. Right now, some of these bodies are still in training camp. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's still training. This is still training camp in 2000. From 90 to 2000, what? 13, 12, right? Before they started in, like our first opener was
Halloween. Yeah, I'm about to say Halloween. Yeah, I remember my first rookie game. My home opener was Halloween.
Yeah, so like real season would be starting today. So, that's, still warm-up games. So, I'm not really judging, players now. It's, just let's see once, everyone has all their, their footing under them to see what they really got going on.
For sure.
First 10 games.
First 10 games.
First 10 games.
Lex, you share those sentiments or
Yeah, I've obviously watched Twitter during all these games and the way people
I
are
see
like,
you out there.
they're just overreacting to everything that goes on. But I think Dame is going to see like a lot of trapping, a lot of double teams. So the rest of the team is going to have to step up, hit outside shots, make plays. Again, with Chris Middleton still gearing up from his injury, like everyone else is going to have to step up. Like that's all it is. But again,
What is he injured for now?
they have him like limited minutes.
Ooh, Chris Middleton? Oh, he's hurt again?
No, he's not hurt. They're just like
they-
easing him in.
No.
Still preseason? No.
Yeah,
No,
right? Still preseason, just like
So
you
he's
said.
been for what? From last year's injury?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something
They
we're going
need
to talk
him out
about
there.
on another show, but it seems like these guys had all this time to ramp up. We're seeing a lot of guys.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, yo, you know what's crazy? More guys are hurt now. Like, it take them longer to recover than when we did.
Yeah,
Like why is that?
because I said it earlier. Remember when I was saying that, when you think about the study, more rest means more injury, not the other way around. Like if I'm taking days off, right, I'm not as strong. I'm not, if I lift today and do all that and then I take 2 days off, when I come back to lift again, I'm not as strong as I was if I'm just doing it every day. Same thing with jumping ability, right? If we're doing leg workouts and I'm jumping on Monday and I'm resting Tuesday, Wednesday, when I jump on Thursday, my body wants to do it, but my body might not be ready for that, right? So that's what's going on. The more these guys are resting their body, it's showing that they're injured, right? When Jordan and them were playing 82 games, Karl Malone playing 82 games, John Stockton, their bodies lasted in the era where they practice all the time, lifted all the time. So I don't know what studies they're using now, but history has already shown that the more you train, your body lasts longer.
Yeah.
So Middleton didn't play last night. He's expected to play tonight at home against the Heat. Right knee injury management, I think, was the official terminology. But let's go back to Dame a little bit. Now, you guys have all had bad games. So what did you do to get your mind right after a bad game?
Play the next game.
That's it? No extra shots, no extra work, just same routine?
Depends.
It depends on how the game. It's called consistency, right? You do the same thing all the time, right? If you feel your shot is off, you probably might add a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's still your consistency. Just do your work. What makes you great? It all, one good game, one bad game. 2 good games, normal. 3 good games, 1 bad game, right? That's the theory. If I play 10 games, 2 of those games might be horrible. 5 games might be great, 3 games might be average. Like the more consistent you are in just your approach, that's how it evens out. Like my first game, I had 8. Next game, 40-something. Third game, 12, 40-something. And then eventually, the consistency of, my work ethic, pushes me up.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
Yeah, work ethic trumps everything. But if I do have a bad home game, I'm going to probably get some shots up
Okay.
upstairs or in the gym.
I mean, and it's 82.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why I said the first 10 games, you're still trying to figure it out on the court. Everybody running so fast. Everybody just trying to, some guys are trying to make their names and early. So it's like everybody's just all over the place right now. Once them first 10 games, everybody gonna slow down, and then you'll see. Let's just start opening up.
So how many bad games would you have to have in a row before you would start to get worried a little bit?
A top tier player don't usually have. It's hard to have a back-to-back bad game for a top tier player, right? He'll have 20-something next game, right? But you don't when you're talking about that type of level, like having 3 bad games in a row is kind of like.
Yeah. So after that third game, is it a little bit like, yo, what's going down?
Yeah, I mean it's rare because there's no defense like gearing up for you individually, right? Whatever they did, whatever Hawks did, right? Whatever next team is going to look at them and say, oh, this is how they did it. Like, you're not geared up with the same defense as this team, so you're going to get your ass busted.
That is the Miami Heat.
You know what I mean?
Miami Heat,
it's just one of those things where you just keep playing, understanding that, day in and day out, the defense change, the players change, and you just got to find your rhythm.
It really depends on what type of bad game you have. If you're missing shots that you normally make, or the ball kind of feels weird in your hands, you're turning it over, that's one thing. But if you're running offenses, you're not getting the ball when you should be getting it, you're not getting as many shots as you think that you should be getting. I think that's when you start getting a little concerned. But individually, I don't think bad games should bother you as much if you have the work ethic, because you know that you're gonna bounce back.
It seems that's more issue like college. You playing different, different balls, different games. The tournament, I remember they had the nasty basketball.
Yeah, we had a
versus the league. You got a consistent ball. You're playing with it every spot. It seems like it would make it easier.
As a hooper, just trick yourself, into that bad game. If I had a bad game, right, 6 for 20, right, I'll go back through the game and say, all right, that shot right there, that was actually a goaltender. Now I'm 7 for 20, right? The ball slipped. I could have made that free throw.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, by the time I'm done with this film, I'm 12 for 20. Great game. Great ass game, because that's how it is. Damn, I missed this fast break. I missed the fast break layup going too fast. In my mind, I counted that.
Yeah.
Right, I counted that. This play, I counted that. It rimmed in, rimmed out, I counted that, because if that goes down, so my game would have been changed if just something normal would have happened.
Yeah.
Right? And then it kind of takes away that whole thing of, oh, you had a bad game. Mm-hmm. You just count points that is realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I'm wide open. I thought too much about it. Usually I make that, so that counts. Give me 3. Shit, I had 12, but shit, by the time I finished, I had 38.
Yeah, I have 40. That's not what this says right here.
But sometimes you have to do that. You can't just, sometimes where I took 12 great shots, only made 3, but those were actually 12 great shots, right? That's a good game. Versus, I'm sitting here doing this step back, and I made it. Nah, that wasn't a good shot. We did that. I made some shit that I didn't supposed to make. And I might have had 40, and that was, I can't say I had a good game if, half that shit was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd be like, all right, that was decent. Right? You have to be realistic with yourself and understand how the power of the mind is really the power of the mind.
So you basically lie to yourself. I think that applies beyond basketball.
It seems like a lot of these players do that, because I'm looking at some of their, shooting percentages in games, and I'm just like, they're taking a lot of shots and they're missing a lot of shots, but they're scoring a lot of points. I think they're getting fouled a lot, but for them to come in day out and still put all those shots up, you have to have that type of mindset. That one should have went in.
Yeah.
He might have fouled me a little bit on that one. I was overthinking this shot, and you have to think that way.
Did you guys keep track of your stats while you were playing? Did you know how many points you had at any moment? Field goal percentage, assists?
Yeah, the stat sheet came at halftime.
But would you ever see some discrepancies in it? Wait a minute.
Sometimes for steals. They be missing steals sometimes.
In points, nah, like you had to tell me.
You didn't. Wow. So you didn't know.
Nah.
In
Like
college,
60-point
I tried
game.
to go five points every quarter. In college,
Yeah.
I made like an effort to do that. But since I've been pro, not really.
Yeah, I scored too much to just be.
Calvin Sampson I used to sit next to Calvin Sampson. He used to always just, have the stat sheet like that.
Okay,
So, you'll
okay.
see it. Like,
Yeah, I'm saying I scored too much to really be trying to keep up.
So you forgot.
Yeah.
So maybe like.
I did not.
Come on.
Something like
just
that.
saying,
Gil
like,
know what he got. Man, Gil, you ain't looking up like this? You ain't looking up?
Nah, it's good. Like, think about it. When you scored, like when you was doing 55, did you actually keep track? No.
But did
Just
you
bucket,
have
bucket,
a-
bucket,
No,
bucket.
I mean, no,
I didn't know until like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
like
y'all
fourth
don't
quarter.
know. Y'all have no idea if y'all are like close to having like 40.
Nah, there be some times where I look up, right, like, damn,
Damn.
38. Fuck, all right, bet. And there be some times where I look up and go, 16. What?
He said
Look up 38. Like, dude, you cooking.
Come on, think about it. Sometimes it comes, you got to foul and one here, boom, you shot like 3 penalty
free
free
throws.
throws. And like, it became because it wasn't so drastic where it looked like, sometimes when you pop, 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 ooh, ooh, and then you did 8 of those and you look up, you got 16, and that's all you got,
Yeah.
16 from those 8 highlights. I was like, that was a tough ass 16 right there.
That's tough, though. To not know you have 38, though, is tough, though.
That's kind of
Gil, the way
Just like
You
you didn't
saying
know,
38
just like
is
you didn't know you had
hilarious.
55. Just when I hit 60, and she's like, yeah, you had 60 tonight. Wait, what?
Damn.
Oh,
you had to feel. Gil, you can't feel that you.
That's a lot of
you wanna,
buckets,
like,
Gil.
that you.
You had
Gil,
no
it's
idea?
going in every time.
20 something, like.
You had no idea.
Think about when you at the free throw line the whole time, right? And you take 20. I took 27 free throws.
Yeah, you don't remember the.
You don't remember. You're not
The free
counting
throws
free
part,
throws. You're
yeah.
just counting buckets, and you're not really.
Yeah. How many? So when you had that 60 ball, how many shots did you take? Do you know? Do you remember?
I think I was like 14 for 29. It was something. It was a good game, but I mean, it was. That's what I said. It was 20. I think I shot 27 free throws though.
Damn. That's ugly.
Even on the 54, I didn't realize that.
No, in Phoenix, no. I watched that game. I watched that.
All right, if I ever score 60, I'll let y'all know if I felt it.
You just gonna know. You just gonna know you on fire, but you ain't gonna know. You gonna be like, whole mood change.
See and the thing is, when you're on fire, you're not even looking at how many shots you take. You're not even thinking you take.
Yeah, you're like,
I was 21 for 34.
Yeah.
God damn.
And I shot like 8 free throws.
I love that you still remember that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I would never forget that.
21,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would never forget that
I
either.
mean, because I wasn't supposed to be taking that many shots.
Well, I dropped 55 in the NBA game. You hear about that shit every day for the rest of my life. Y'all know I had 55. Right?
You know I had 55, right?
Yeah, 39 is cool from day, but 55.
60.
So in a recent interview with ESPN, Giannis said the Bucks is Dame's team. I think, Gil, you said something similar. First 43 minutes is Giannis' team. Last 5 minutes is Dame's team. But let's talk about Giannis. Giannis, franchise player, just signed that $186 million contract extension. Does Giannis really believe the Bucks are Dame's team, or is he just trying to gas them up?
No, I mean, I just think that he understands that, for them to win another chip, that he has to delegate power. And that's usually the problem with, superstars on the same team, that, the superstar that was there before, don't want to delegate his power, and not understanding that, the strengths he has is for this moment in time that he needs the ball, right? And, Shaq and Kobe, they couldn't delegate the power when it should be the same way, that the first 43, Shaq, you are that person. The guy who can make the free throws and hit big shots from the outside, it's his go at it last 4 or 5 minutes. So the team that really won was when the two stars understood who was important at the right time of the game. LeBron, same thing with LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah.
LeBron, first 3 quarters, Kyrie, last 4 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, and, he wants to win a championship. So, that's Dame is a top point guard in the league.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he said it this summer. He said he was the best point guard in the NBA.
Do you agree with that?
If he said it, let's roll. Let's see. I mean, let's see.
Do you consider 30 to be a point guard is the next question.
I mean, see, now we got to...
I'm just
He plays the position, so we're going to call the position what it is.
See, I'm ready to just say they're scoring guards.
Okay.
Both of them. I'm ready to just say, yo, they're scoring guards. The last point guard we actually have in the NBA is probably like CP3, Mike Conley, guys who set the table. But these are like scoring guards. Like their first mindset is to score. So
Okay.
But man, Dame got a chance, man. I think he got a chance to win MVP. I think he got a chance to really show like that he can win. And Giannis saying what he said, I mean, he wants to win championships. I got paid. I won one already. It's like when LeBron came to Miami with Dwayne Wade. Like, we just go ahead, your time, do your thing.
Yeah, I think that statement had more to do with everybody else, not them two. I think they have the mutual understanding and respect that we wanted you here to help us win more championships. Do your thing. You haven't won one yet. Obviously, that's like been your stigma for the last few years is that you have never won a championship. But Giannis is like one of those players, at least from the outside, that doesn't really have like an ego problem. He just goes out there, plays hard, wants to win. He got paid. So for him to say that is huge. But I think that was more like to the team, like, okay, y'all, like this is Dame shit now. Like I'm still Giannis, but like y'all, this is
Fall in line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a sign of a good vet, too.
Yeah.
A vet that understands.
So not to look too far
That's
ahead.
why it's hard to be. It's hard to go against Giannis, man. Like just his approach and how he approaches, just the game itself and just life.
Yeah.
Right? It's really.
You gotta
Just grateful.
It's
He's
really,
like grateful.
it's more like it's.
I'm grateful.
That's why no matter what I say, when someone says where would you rank him, I'm like I'm gonna put him at 1 or 2. Period. Like it's just the overall of it. Like if I have him, no matter who comes on the team, I know like there will be no ego issue.
Right.
Right? There's some players you pick, you gotta be careful of who you're gonna pick after. Right? With him, you can pick anybody because he knows, all right, well, he has the ego, then it's your team, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's
go
your
ahead.
team, you go first, give me the ball.
Right.
It's one of those,
Right.
like, he's the type of guy that, I remember the story about Will Smith and Martin Lawrence about the Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Right, when Martin Lawrence wanted his name first because he was, he felt he was the bigger star at the time, and Will Smith was like, I don't care whose name is first. Right. Just I get paid $20 million.
Just give him
Right.
I get paid
Both
$20
our
million.
names are up there.
Right, you can go first, I can go third. I don't care.
Right,
Just
go ahead.
Put $20 million.
Right,
We're gonna do this movie, and that's what it's gonna be.
But to your point, a lot of guys will be hung up on that.
A lot of people are hung up on
it.
it.
A lot of top billing. I need to feel like I'm a man when I roll in here.
A lot of people.
Insecurity.
Yeah, a lot of people
that
really
insecurity.
do.
I just need the bigger bay. Call me whatever. Call me production assistant.
20 Will Smith back then, too, after he just did Independence Day, you think I care?
Yeah, and that's what it
Here,
is.
put your little
I just did
name
Independence
first.
Day. I just saved y'all from the aliens.
But that's the same thing in sports. Sometimes, like, right? What is the bigger picture?
Yeah.
Like, is winning the bigger picture or me stroking your ego the bigger picture? Right? If you don't know how to relinquish your star power for the betterment of the team, then you're not a leader anyway.
Well, a lot of people know about you, Gil. You didn't even want the show to be called Gil's Arena. You wanted it to be called Josiah's Arena, but I said, no, this is your shit, Gil.
No, I mean, no, serious.
You get top billing.
Like even
You get top billing. I'll play my position.
like even on the opening, right? I was irritated all the time about the me just shooting all the time. Like, yo, where's everybody else, bro? Right? Like, and then with the opening, if you notice, you don't see me. You see the back of my head. You don't see my face. Like, let everybody. This is everyone. This is not just me, dog.
Oh, thanks, Gil.
No problem. Because I ain't gonna lie.
Smart,
they cut, listen,
Smart, Gil.
They cut everybody out because it was too long. And then I cut it. And as soon as I said, like, oh, hell no, nope. No, we're not doing this year.
I still feel like Rashad has the best little.
Nah, flashing lights, baby. Flash lights, that was nice.
They didn't even know me.
Everybody, that's what I said. Everybody had their shit. Yeah, give everybody their shit, man.
So last question here on this one. Let's say the Bucks can fulfill the prophecy, win a championship with this squad. Who do you think is more likely to win the Finals MVP, Giannis or Dame? Do you think Giannis would be the type to be like, look, I already got one. Dame, this is your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean, and it just depends on who's playing well.
yeah, who's
Like, who's just
playing
playing well at that time.
So that shit might be Middleton.
Yeah,
You
shit,
know
might be
who-
Bobby Portis.
Hey,
Might be-
Who the fuck knows?
You never know.
yeah.
Ooh, but, hey, Bobby Portis get it.
Bobby Portis get
That'd
it.
be
That's-
legendary.
I mean, that'd be legendary. The town.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you come off the bench averaging 18 points, 5 rebounds, and stop some shit, and he hits some, yes.
Definitely
I mean, you know.
possible. Definitely possible.
Because it's, in the finals, everybody knows each other's playbook. So it's what guy is going to step up out of their role, right? And if you're averaging 12 to 13, all the playoffs, and then you average 20, yeah, that's you right there, big boy. Because everybody else, they expect that, so it's the person that they least expect unless you just have an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, I think Giannis just wants to go back to back.
Yeah, that's what, like you were saying before. He seems like a guy, dunking Oreos in milk, the excitement on his face, tasting a bratwurst for the first time, like, eating some Chick-fil-A. He just like,
dipping the Oreos in the milk was funny.
Like, shit.
that was hilarious.
We were sharing one pair of shoes when I was coming up, getting evicted from our spots in Greece. Like, I'm just happy to be here, getting it back. But, Brady, let's go back to the national anthem, which you said before.
Yeah, boy!
It could be argued the basketball guys punished the Bucks for letting Flavor Flav sing the national anthem, and we got a little clip of him, his rendition of it.
What so proudly we hailed. We're so gallantly
Even the dancers cracked it up.
Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Keep going. Oh, y'all ain't
They
gonna
cut
finish
his mic.
it. It keeps going.
Yeah, boy. They cut that mic.
No, he's saying.
That was crazy.
So the thing,
What'd you just say?
I didn't even know he sang.
He didn't sing.
He just
I mean,
screamed.
He just
But
rap.
I'm saying, but like, what made them do what?
So Flav, extremely self-aware after his
from
less than stellar
Milwaukee?
rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. He posted this tweet. He said, "The anthem was a long-time bucket list item. That was fun. I can't live my life worried about what people might say about me. I won't let that stop me from trying new things and doing things I want to do. Some people might not like that, but a sure failure is if you stop trying."
That's real.
I like
But
Definitely would have been better if
that's
they
real.
won, though.
That's real, but we didn't need that shit that I'm not here for all that. Like
they
we
won-
got too cocky over one game home opener, and now we
Bring in Flavor Flav.
stop.
Pretty flavor.
Stop. You should have had Miss New York with him.
So when you talk about NBA and mediocre national anthems, you got to think about Fergie's
Oh,
All-Star
Fergie
game
takes
as
the
well.
cake.
So who had the mustier national anthem, Fergie or
Fergie for sure. Oh my God. No, Fergie.
She sang
Well,
that from-
Fergie's was funnier because they were showing all the players
Yeah,
throughout it.
yeah.
I was like, who is in charge of this
When
production?
Draymond broke character, that's when you like.
they was on
Fergie's a
jokes.
singer.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So you think the basketball guys punished the Bucks for that?
You weren't gonna get a dub for that.
Nah.
So
Or
We
Joe-
expect
or Joe Biden.
so
Somebody
we
did something.
expected that.
I mean, so now I'm just thinking like Game 6, my rookie year. Like Game 6, my rookie year, we had Jerry Stackhouse sing the national anthem. Right, against Atlanta, and we lost. But like, was the basketball guys mad at that?
No, Jerry can sing though.
I didn't say he couldn't sing, but I'm just saying, was that the proper time for a Game 6 against Atlanta with Joe Johnson, Jamal Crawford, and everybody coming in? Like, I'm just asking.
So no Jerry Stackhouse just in the.
No. Oh yeah, no. Jerry Stackhouse can't sing.
No, he-
I'm for sure.
Because he did it.
can't
I mean,
sing.
he did it for the Wizards a couple times.
But how did you feel as a teammate? This biggest playoff game, obviously in your very young career.
Well, that was going to be the first Bucks in 6. I don't know if you think about it. We had beat Atlanta in Game 5, and we came back, and I was just more like, all right, it's a lot going on. Like, we singing and we just doing a lot. Like,
But what was his role on the team?
oh, he played. Like,
he sang and then,
he sung. Yeah, he
played.
sung and then played.
That ain't what. Stop.
I'm just asking. Because
Because y'all acting like the singing just took out so much damn energy from.
well, it
That's
did.
like a
Well, it
very
did. Well, it did for the.
nerve-wracking
It did for the Bucks game.
that's a very
they just-
nerve-wracking thing to do before you go play in a Game 6.
No.
is.
Our first playoffs, and like
Nah, it ain't that serious.
we needed the church choir.
Nah. If you need the church
what if
choir
they
to come
just
out and
pissed the
play,
other team off?
that's the problem, huh?
I mean, maybe it didn't have anything to do with y'all. Maybe the other team was like, Why are they singing the national anthem?
To be honest.
I think Atlanta took that as, they think
not
this is
for
a
real.
joke.
Yeah,
Like y'all
they're
think
not
it's a
serious.
game. Like, game 6 and y'all think, okay, so y'all gonna have y'all teammates sing the song and then come, no.
So that means they was more.
I mean, I'm just saying, I just felt like we set fire on them. With Joe Johnson,
yeah.
he picked us apart.
So would it
So
be better
he
like
put
game
fire.
3 or
Y'all
4?
don't have no extinguisher. That's y'all problem.
Obviously,
It's game 6. What was you listening to in the locker room before you listened to that? Because, to be honest, I don't know how anyone sounds during the national anthem because whatever beat I got in my head, that's the beat.
You could definitely hear who's singing the national.
If you watch me, you can see it. All eyes on me. I be singing to my own goddamn song. Dun, dun, dun. Here I go.
What if it was Carl Lewis?
I don't care about none of them.
And the Rockets.
See, but
You hearing that, Gil?
See, but that's the stuff I be saying. Like what?
You hearing that?
What are we talking about?
That's gonna ruin your
like how are you gonna play a game? Like what's going on?
But I'm saying for the most part, most people remember they had to make a rule where dudes had to be out there doing the national anthem, right? Don't jump up and down because players is jumping, stretching during the national. We're not paying attention to them artists.
Yo, did you hear
They
that?
ain't here to
Can
see
y'all play
us.
that again? Can I play that? Yo, they don't have that video?
And the Rockets. Red flag.
What the heck?
He tried, okay? Check the item off his bucket list, too.
I
So
think we had Chris Brown during
Fire.
Yes, we had Chris
Fire.
Brown during. I can't even tell you which game it was. I don't know.
You weren't listening even to
I
Chris
don't
Brown?
care. No. Like I'm trying to get focused on the game. I'm trying to see which one of them look like they about to come out and play, which one is laughing. Game about to start, like, all right. Oh, he's shaking. Hands sweaty.
shaking.
I don't know. What the hell are y'all looking at?
shaking.
Look at David, was it David the Admiral? Or like goofball. Like, like I'm judging during the national anthem, man. He's sitting there. Yep, I'm going right at him. Look. Yep, he taking this shit too. Yes. You got Kobe chewing the gum. Oh shit! There you go. Like that's you.
Bro, the first time I saw Kobe, bro, we played against each other. He looked me up and down. I was like, damn, this is crazy.
Looking
Like,
at you.
I was just like, young. What's up, Kobe? Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Yeah.
I was like,
Was that before or after the Under Armour stuff?
no, this was after the 55, my rookie year, Kobe's first game.
Who's afraid of a snake shirt?
Oh no, that was the lockout.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that
the
was-
lockout.
that was later? All right.
Yeah, that was later. But he was just like, he was on one. Like, and that was championship Kobe. He was on one. I'm like, damn, I can't get a. Nah, watch out.
Yeah.
All right.
I tell you, man. Like
It's different. No, it's different.
national, and you blame it on Flavor Flav.
Yeah, I'm blaming that. The basketball guys, it's not messing with. I believe in the basketball guys. I believe in that. Like the basketball guys, for real. They don't. Like if you trying to do way too much and getting too cocky too early, you gonna.
Okay, but that tweet was adorable, so no.
No, the tweet was
And
awesome.
I was like, okay,
But
Flav.
the Bucks, don't do that again. Too early. Let's wait 10 games in.
10 games in and still bring Flavor Flav like they're not gonna punish you.
No, that's fine. I mean, but at that time we might be 8-2, and we can, all right,
You
that's
can
we
drop
can
one.
like, that's fine, we can drop
Okay,
one.
you can drop
But we ain't
one.
I don't want to be 1-1.
All right, let's keep this thing moving. Time for some hibachi time. Ooh. Give me the graphics.
That's hard, bro. We gotta make that a shirt.
Shout out to the graphics. Hey, yeah, we do need a
We
hibachi.
need to get a hibachi grill in here. Some of that fried rice.
Hey,
Roll the tape.
bring Benihana to the crib. So after reports surfaced that Embiid was going to miss the Sixers' home opener against the Blazers to rest in the third game of the season, the reigning MVP decided to give it a go to stuff the stat sheet against one of the league's bottom feeders. We got some highlights here. He dropped 35 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. He also had 6 blocks in the win.
Damn.
Is he wearing Skechers now? Tell the truth.
I don't know what those are.
Oh, so he left Under Armour.
And then,
Yeah, he's a
Oh, he did-
Skechers
oh.
dude.
what if Embiid gets the whole world rocking Skechers?
Never.
Never gonna happen.
Never. That's not happening.
I mean, those are the only shoes big man can get anyway.
Bring Etonics back. So Tyrese Maxey has embraced replacing Harden's production. He's dropped 30-plus points in 2 of the first 3 games this season. So let's talk a little bit about the Maxey side of it. Will Tyrese Maxey be enough to keep Embiid happy in Philly?
To keep him happy? No, this ain't Embiid like 5 years ago. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he knows all his competition in the big man, space. They've won championships, right? So I'm pretty, I think that's what he wants. He wants, jewelry at this point. So, and you're gonna have to bring in a few more players for him to be happy.
Yeah, I think for Tyrese Maxey, it's all about just keeping your value high. It doesn't matter if he's here or not. His first 2 games, 30, it's time for him to get paid. So as long as he keep his value high, regardless whatever happens, because he might not end up being there anyway, so he might be in a trade or something like that too. So I wouldn't really worry about Embiid too much. Just myself right now.
And we talked about this on a previous show, but would you start looking to build around Maxey now, knowing that Embiid may want to pull the plug on this whole process thing?
Like on some AI?
So like a bigger
you know what I'm saying?
chance
Just go get a bunch of
Maxey gets
defenders.
moved or Embiid gets moved.
I mean, at the end of the day, Maxey is happy that James Harden's not here because he gets to be the dude that gets his value up. So he's gonna max out, right? So he's gonna max out. So the question is, are you ready to max Maxey? Because as long as it's just him and Embiid, his numbers is gonna require max contract.
Yeah, he's averaging 37 and 6 right now.
I mean, it's only 2 games into the season, but just the
Three games.
But it's the opportunity, right? It's the opportunity that he gets to just basically fill the void of James Harden and himself.
Yeah.
Right? So at that point, it's like, I'm going to be a max player, right? So
Max for sure.
It's max for sure.
Max for sure.
No matter if Embiid goes out or whatever, I'm going to at least average 27 to whatever 30. So I'm going to be a max player. It's, if Philly ready to add that on, or you're going to have to do something.
Yeah, I think they waiting to see what they're going to do with Embiid. And then you move, towards that.
Like if I'm going to trade Embiid, then I'm a max Maxey, and then, dismantle the whole team. So I'm going to get rid of Tobias Harris and Embiid together and just try to rebuild around Maxey.
Yeah.
So should Maxey be on All-Star watch this season?
Oh, yeah.
Did we mention him in our most improved, when we were talking about most improved? We said Maxey.
I think we said him and Jordan Poole.
Okay.
And then also, if Ben Simmons just doubles his production.
Yeah, that was his production.
God.
Was that Kenyon?
It might have been you.
It was Kenyon.
Was it?
Was it Kenyon?
Because he was like, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I was like, dang, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
We had a lot of faith.
Yeah, going from 20 last year to 30, just, obviously 3 games, that's not enough.
That's not enough what?
To
Most
get
improved?
I'm saying to get excited about. Small sample size. But, you talked about the potential of maybe moving Embiid. Let's say you keep Embiid, you still got the Harden situation. Who's the players the 76ers should look to trade for to complement Maxey and Embiid? Like who could that big 3 be?
I mean, it don't even matter. Ain't nobody going there.
I mean,
it's
It's a shit show right now.
yeah, because they had their chance. I feel like they had their chance to be good, and then it's just kind of like whatever now.
They had it when you had Butler over there and Tobias. Like, think about Tobias Harris as your 4th option. That's a great 4th option.
That's 13, 14.
Yeah, that's your 4th option. Like, y'all are nice as hell. So once that's the difference. They didn't realize, like the coach. It was a coach at the time and Jimmy Butler who didn't get along, right? At that point, you have to really step back and see who's more important to the team, the coach or Jimmy, right? That's when you really have to sit back and just evaluate who's really important, like the coach at the time or Jimmy Butler at the time. And obviously, we can see it was Jimmy Butler because you actually got rid of the coach any goddamn way.
Yeah. I mean, so barring a few exceptions, you talk about popping guys on those levels. Shouldn't the star player always take priority over the coach?
Not really, because it all depends on who the coach is. Is he a builder coach? Can he build like Sproul, right? I don't know what type of player is bigger than him in his development.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So
he's one of those guys.
If Jimmy said Sproul out, I'm gonna have to weigh both of them. What do they both bring?
Would you lean more towards Spo in that situation? This is hypothetical. Obviously, Jimmy Butler's not saying get rid of Eric Spoelstra.
Same thing with Kerr and his group, right? It's the group itself what is bringing it in.
So
like the coaching,
Kerr or who?
Curry.
Kerr and Curry.
I'm confused.
I mean, like that's not a very good hypothetical.
Let's say Curry decided to say, I want a new coach, and I got to look at his age, trying to figure out like how many more years do I have versus, because at the end of the day, the offense was built like you guys were built in-house, which means that have to do with the staff itself too, right? To get you guys to the point where you guys are, playing the way you're playing. So I'll have to flip a coin for them too.
Ooh,
like,
really? Damn, for Curry and
like it'd be like
because Steph is what, 35?
Yeah. So how many more years do I have?
But Kerr got the dookie back, so
maybe like a good 2 more.
Because if I lose, what I'm saying is if I lose Kerr, I'm losing the whole culture of what they've built to keep everybody the way they were.
Unless you could bring somebody up that's already the assistant.
Bring Mark Jackson back.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm a flip it now.
That's
be mad
That's why it's so important, like about the culture that you build as a coach, and that's why they always talk about the Heat culture and the culture they built in Golden State. It kind of makes, I don't want to say it makes coaches untouchable, but we've seen the turnover of coaches even from teams that have won championships recently. They don't build a culture. They just have really talented players and know how to manage them well until they don't. And now you're fired.
There's probably like 3-4 coaches in the league that are untouchable.
So what if you do Wemby or Pop? Like what if Wemby was like, I want a new coach?
Pop might have to go.
No, I'm just asking.
Pop might have to go.
Yeah.
Pop gonna fire himself because you know why? Because he goes upstairs.
You're right.
He goes upstairs.
I'm taking my ass right upstairs.
Right upstairs.
Right.
So, we talk a lot of James Harden on this show, but he is one of the biggest stories in the league right now. James Harden pulled up to the Sixers home opener after getting bumped from the team playing last week. He didn't have enough frequent flyer miles. He's in there laughing it up with PJ Tucker in the hoodie.
Man, we got to start ranking fits this year, man. We got to start ranking outfits.
Oh, I would love to do that.
It's just a lot of nasty outfits.
Get on it. Bro, I was at the Deion game this weekend. I seen tough crowd, heavy in the Rose Bowl.
Real?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It was some tough crowd.
Hey, time out. Fucking time out.
All right.
Time out. Oh, no, go back to that picture, please. So, the NBA is telling us the dress code.
Y'all don't have one.
No. That dress code they've made everybody because of sweats on the bench. We never wore hoodies.
Nothing.
You got 3 hoodie sweats on the bench.
And the baggy jeans are coming back. I just want to point that out.
So when y'all were on the bench, y'all had to be in suits, correct?
Yeah, we had to be in suits.
Yeah, suits,
or
Suits?
or
the team suit.
or
casual
attire.
Yeah, casual attire.
Which then business casual.
Business casual.
Which eventually they just said, whatever you gonna wear at the club, wear that here.
Yeah.
Because so everyone actually knew what he meant, like because we dressed up to the club. Because on the benches, like you had these baggy. It was mostly the chains. It didn't have nothing to do with the clothes themselves because the players who barked against it, the players who did not want the dress code, like who really stood tall, like I'm not wearing that shit. Steve Nash, Duncan, Dirk. Like Dirk's like, how am I supposed to wear a suit? I look horrible in a suit, right? And that was their stance. Like I'm not wearing a suit. I don't know how to wear a suit. But it didn't look this bad.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, besides the whole baggy look. I mean, because it was baggy, but that was in then.
Baggy's coming back, yeah.
But I'm just saying,
some
like
players be looking crazy on the benches.
But the stuff they're wearing now, you're wearing hoodies with the hoodie on. Like, come on, y'all.
Wearing the hoodie
with the hoodie on, like.
With the hoodie tucked in. With the hoodie tucked in.
Even
when you sit on the bench, you need to look a little bit.
But that's what it was. It was what you wore on the bench, and I'm like, man, shit ain't changed.
So did you see guys wearing their club fit on the bench and they'd be at the club later in the same fit?
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Hell yeah. Facts.
Damn.
They might even
the game is my pit stop.
They might even change the shirt to a better shirt.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we got the extra shirt in
They
there.
got the extra shirt in there.
We're going to keep the pants on. Now, no, this is fine. It's dark in here
That's
anyway.
hilarious.
So, Lexi, in response to this video, Harden, you had some thoughts. You know we monitor your Twitter.
I just thought it was weird.
That I have no inside knowledge of this situation,
look, it's me.
but from the outside, it looks insane.
Y'all like
So
my
why
little
does Harden on the
picture?
Sixers bench look insane?
Y'all like my picture?
Look at
Yeah.
the
A
Abby.
little Bratz doll. Yeah, no, you have the players like Kiki Keen on the bench. Like, I don't think, at this point, I think James is outsmarting the 76ers because now he looks great. And the 76ers look ridiculous and confused and lost. And now, like, everyone's like, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Are the players mad that he's not playing? Like,
But that's what the 76ers do. They did it to Ben Simmons.
And that's where he learned.
They doing the same thing. They just
Yeah.
repeat history.
it's so weird.
The basketball guy's gonna get the Sixers.
Repeating history, they're repeating history thinking there's going to be a different outcome.
Yeah.
Right? It lets us know right here who the the players, who they're backing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really what it shows. Who are the players backing? Like I understand, like, you know what I mean? As players, we understand if you're not there. Like, we get that because it can happen to us, right? It can happen to us that we made a promise and, right, I did what I did for us to be here, and now for me to get my return, you're like, no, right? And you change the outcome. All the players can identify with that, right? So, you know, for the most part, it's like, yo, handle what you got to handle, right? And that's usually how it works. So, you know, him coming on the bench and everyone's laughing and kikiing and his friends is there, like, it lets us know where the players stand.
Yeah.
And they're not standing with the organization in a sense. Like,
Right.
if he was at the end of the bench and he's sitting there and everybody's shutting him off, then, you know, then we know how they feel. But at this point, it's his smart tactic is, I'm going to keep showing up. And you're gonna have to reject me. Because if I don't show up, you're gonna find me. And I'm not gonna let you take more money out of my pocket. Like the fact that I gave you money. See, this is what people don't realize. He gave them money, he turned down money for them. So I lost that, and now you think you're gonna find me? No, that's not gonna happen. So he's gonna keep showing up, and they're gonna have to say, we don't want you.
Yep.
So now it's on them versus him. Versus, like in the ideal, they thought he was gonna not show up, and they can fine him. And now, oh, James Harden didn't show up. They fined him, and boom, boom. Now the 76 don't know. They don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
Right.
They didn't expect none of this.
Yeah. The insane I was talking about was the 76ers look insane.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
James Harden.
Okay, that's why we
Yeah.
pulled the tweet up and a lot of people clarify. But Gil, you said that players generally will be unsupportive of another player when it's a situation like this. Do you ever see the opposite where it's more like an MJ and Scottie Pippen? We're like, look, you signed that bullshit deal, you gave money back, that's your fault.
I mean, no, you'll get that. Like, but you know, it's easy when you know that shoe was on the other foot because there was a point where MJ was mad that Tony Kukoc was making more than him. Right? So, you know, there was a reason that they didn't like Tony Kukoc for a while. Are we not going to remember that? Like, they didn't like Tony Kukoc.
Yeah.
Right? He's, you know, we winning championships and y'all paying him more. That was a thing. I know, you know, the media's never going to talk about that, but that was the thing then.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, so when MJ got his money, everybody was happy because now you deserved what you got. Right, this is what you. So when Scottie was trying to get paid, you know, they're like, hey, so it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go get it from somewhere else, and he got that, what, 117?
What was that?
From Portland? It was 101.
What, from Portland?
Yeah.
Damn. Shout out Scottie.
You know what I mean? So it's when you're getting screwed, that's when the players feel bad because. Like, I got to sign a contract, you got to sign. You know, everyone has to, we're all in the same boat at the end of the day. So if they're going to screw you, what do you think Maxey and them are thinking? Hey, y'all going to do the same shit to me.
Right. At the star level, right?
Yeah, so if this is what you're doing to the star
What are you gonna
player,
do to role player.
and he's averaging 22 and 11, the fuck are you going to do with my 18 and 5? Right. Right? You're going to, you know, and that's how players look at it. If you can do it to him, you're going to do it to me.
That's why Maxey said just keep his value high.
Yep.
Get on up out of it or whatever.
Like
I mean, they might look out for him though.
They're gonna, I mean, because he's young, but at the end of the day, when he's getting to that point,
yeah.
Everyone watches everything. Players are watching how you treat other players.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me, if I'm 76 and you're Maury and you're having a conversation with me and talking about, if you don't, sign this year and get that extension, right now, and give us some room to make some other improvements, next year we're gonna look out for you. Deep down inside he's lying to you because he did it before, and my stats is not what his stats were, so I know you're gonna try to fuck.
Yeah.
Right? It's history repeats itself, so you're gonna have to look out like if Mickey, Miami said this to a player, they can look at Haslam and say, nah, he's truthful. He's gonna look out for the long run, so I trust him. If Mark Cuban did it, I'm gonna trust him. I can see his history and what he's done to his players that really, look out for them moving forward.
So we've talked a lot about Harden sacrificing his game for the Sixers and kind of where that's coming from. But do you think Harden's looking at Maxey at all and saying, well, shit, I could have been doing the same thing and cooking at this level?
No, because I think what he decided to do is say, all right, if you guys want me to be the third option, this is who you're going to put at the second option. I'm still good enough to average 22 and 10 and 22 and 11. So that's what makes players great, that they can sacrifice that much and still be dominant. The problem is from the fan standpoint and the media standpoint, if a guy is averaging 30 and 10 and then he goes down to 22 and 10 for the betterment of the team, you guys kill that player and say they're washed. And then you devalue someone for sacrificing. When you're asking him to sacrifice, that's the fucked up part.
Right.
You're telling me if I take 8 to 7 less points and then I do it, and you're saying, oh, he's not the same player anymore. The fuck is the point of the sacrifice?
It's like, yo, who do you want me to be?
Yeah.
Right.
The
Like,
fuck
what am
is
I
the
here-
sacrifice if you're gonna now rank
kill me
me?
for it.
You're gonna rank me one. I was ranked 10. Now you're gonna rank me 100.
Right.
Off of the shit you told me to do.
Right.
Because it didn't look the way you thought it was gonna look. Fuck off.
But I'm still averaging double-double.
And I'm still averaging.
No, exactly.
Like I said, it's one of those things when you tell someone to do it, but it don't look like the way you envision it in your brain.
Yeah.
Right? Like, do it this way. They do it exactly that way.
You're
Then
like,
you say, well, that's not the way I wanted to do it. I wanted you to put your own little spin on it.
That's not what you told me to do.
What are you talking about? Right? Have you ever had that argument with somebody?
Yeah,
I did it exactly
I
the way
did
you do it. This is what came out. Well, that's not the way it. Then you do it.
That's not how it looked.
Well,
in
you
my
know,
mind.
That's how
things aren't looking. Here we go.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Well, we got.
Well, that's the fucking.
It's delusional.
It's delusion.
It's like they just set you up a failure. Like, yo, I want you to fail.
Yep.
Like, damn.
That's why you can't listen. But we got plenty of Harden to get. I'm just saying, somebody tell you some wild shit like, no.
But this was
cool.
But that's what I'm saying is we're listening to it. Like we're trying to adapt to like we want to win. So if I'm averaging 30 and say, hey, listen, if you average 22, we can delegate some of these points over here, and then we're going to be a much better team. Well, all right, and then I'm averaging 22, and then I'm looking at you like, yeah, we're 10 games below, 500. What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to go back to doing what I was doing before? Because the reason I was doing it is because of this group, right? It was this same group, goddammit. And I don't think that's why media should just write, right? Just write.
Up.
Just write what happens after the game. Don't have no input on what you think
should be
players
going
should
on.
do
Yeah,
because
'cause
you
we
have
don't
no
care.
idea.
Yeah, we don't
No
care.
idea.
Right? There's a locker room, just like the jungle, right? Right? You have a pack. There's a reason there's an order. They done went through whatever they had to go through to put the fucking pecking order in order, right? The locker room is a jungle. It's a pecking order. There's a reason there's a pecking order. So don't try to push somebody in a spot that you think because, he looks buff, he should be the number one option. Yeah, mentally, he's not even capable enough to know the plays. We call a play at the end of the timeout, and by the time we get back there, he forgot.
He's in
right?
the wrong
He forgot. He don't know what the hell he's doing. That's the reason he's option 17 out of 15. Right? That's stuff like the two G League players would put in front of him. Right? He's a show horse. He's there for just come in and foul, do a couple of things. There's a reason for that. Stop trying to put him somewhere else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep this thing moving. Head back out west. De'Aaron Fox has been on one. Followed up a 39-point outburst against Chef Curry and the Warriors with a 37-piece in a win against the Lakers. Also got to give some love to former Laker Malik Monk. Came up big in OT, 11 points, sealed the game.
Speed kills, boy.
Sad
Oh
to
my
see
God,
him.
that was a nice.
Yeah.
Rewind that back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hell of a play.
Oh, that was a give. Yeah.
He's so damn fast.
I'm not going to lie.
Technology.
Because you would have thought he would have ran for the handoff, but if he inside cut that. Whoa.
Play.
Oh, we're going way too
No,
far.
hey, they're doing their best, all right? Yeah. We trying to we need Underdog to send us some nicer equipment.
Look at Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent left Miami.
Like instead of him going out, he just cut right inside. Boom.
That's fire. Yeah.
That's a nice play.
We'll see it again.
We need to take Gabe Vincent to Crenshaw so he can get tough.
Damn.
You need to go to Slauson swap meet or something. Shit.
That's a nice play.
You gotta stay out of Lamert Park though.
Shit. Coming over here with that South Beach stuff.
He's so damn fast.
Like number 12, like as 12 is Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too slow.
That's what we're talking about. Like he looks strong. De'Aaron Fox doesn't look super strong, but he's fast.
Fast.
Coming downhill, good luck.
Yeah.
Look, all this right here.
Yeah.
As I said, you can't do it against players who's moving forward. That's when people talk about the hand check. It's like, look, I get what you're saying because, you watch TV back then. And it's easy to hand check if the guard is not moving anywhere. He's trying to do a pick and roll. He's waiting for his big and you sitting there guiding him. It makes sense. Mm-hmm. But when the player is actually attacking, the hand check is irrelevant. What are you doing? He's attacking you. I've never seen someone this strong where they can just hold a guy who's moving, What was the hand check with Iverson? There was none. Huh? You couldn't catch him.
Nothing.
Right?
Nothing. Good luck. Good luck.
Tim Hardaway. Where was the hand check? We was, where was the hand check?
Yeah.
Where was the hand check on, Isaiah Thomas? There was a hand check was still in, but guys who went, there was nothing.
So De'Aaron Fox is averaging 38, 6, and 4 his last two games. Third team All-NBA selection last season, first time making that list. And he's playing like he'll make another All-NBA team this year. But is De'Aaron Fox underrated amongst his peers? He's 25 right now. When you look at the other 25-year-olds around the league, Tatum, Trey, SGA, Luka.
I mean, being in that market kind of
Yeah.
hurts, but I think he's finally turning it over. He's came into his game and now he's realizing how to be dominant. Before it was just I'm gonna use my speed every chance I get. Now I think he actually knows how to play the game. I think that this is going to be that. Last year was the breakout year.
Yep.
And, he got some like, oh, y'all noticed me over here.
Yep.
I think this is the year where he really is going to take up another step.
Mm-hmm. I think just that year they had successful.
Yeah.
Like you said, last year was his breakout year. This year, coming back more, stronger, mentally, physically, in your mind. So, and also, he signed with Curry Brand. So, he ain't,
Wait till the Warriors
he
beat
got to
them
bring it.
playoffs.
I mean, you say last year was his breakout year, but he's had a stretch since like 2020, like 25 a game, 30, 23 a game, 25 last season.
Yeah, that's cute. That was
But I'm just saying, but Gil, to your point, because you talk about guys like Dame playing with teams that maybe aren't at the top of the league, but still putting in work.
When I say breakout, the team was good, right? Good enough to win, and he was still dominating.
For sure.
And then all the game winners and big shots he made last year, I'm pretty sure he was top, like 1, 2, or 3 on.
We won the Clutch Award.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that right there, Clutch Award, made an NBA All-Star, made an NBA All-NBA team, right? That right there, that's like puts him into mentally, like I made it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm a rock.
here, right? I don't want to go backwards. I'm top 3 point guards. Once you're making All-NBA, you're top 3 point guards in the league, right? I don't give a fuck what nobody said. Mentally, I'm top 3.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm trying to go to 2. right? I'm trying to make second team or first team. So that's where his mind's at. So he's going to be harder to guard now, knowing that I was the third best. There's only 2 in front of me. All right, bet, let's go.
And then Coach Brown, he just got there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a whole nother, plus too. Is Coach Brown coming over there? I'm sure his first couple of years he was doing good, but teams are sorry. Mm-hmm. So now Coach Brown over there with his resume, it's going to keep
kind of like a swap meet version of the Warriors right now. And I don't say that disrespectfully, but they're just not the Warriors.
No, for sure. I mean, it's like, remember, it's Sacramento, so it's like.
You think he'll stay in Sacramento?
Like you ever been to Sacramento? Like you ever been to Sacramento?
It's just up and coming.
Like it smells like cow shit. Like when you get off the plane.
Mm-hmm. That was great. That
light
bean.
the bean.
Yeah, light
That
the bean.
was such a
Our
good
lovely
idea.
state's capital. So if you were playing in Sac, would you live in Sac or you just commute?
I'm a commute. It smells like cow shit.
I'm staying in
Commute for where? Where you gonna live?
Oakland, wherever.
Cow.
You gonna live all the way in Oakland to commute?
Take that helicopter.
Cowbells.
How far is that?
It's like an hour, 90-minute drive.
Yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking all that. Hey, Sacramento land. Land 1 acre, $4.
It's probably lit now though.
Hey, $4 acres. Yeah.
I've never been to Sacramento.
10 bedroom, 10 baths, rent $400.
So, Brandon, like you mentioned, Fox is the first Hooper to join Curry brand.
Yeah.
Despite being on a rival team, both players have mutual respect for each other. Fox rocked Steph's shoes last season, including the Kings playoff series against the Warriors, but offers some interesting perspective. In a recent interview, he said, throughout the playoffs, this would happen a lot. Our team would show the shoes, and they're like, oh, you wearing Steph. I'm like, well, I'm going to bust his ass in his shoes. That's how I'm thinking about it. You see someone with your shoes on, and you're like, I got him. Well, what if you see someone with your shoes on, and they're coming at you? It's kind of a mind game on both sides, I feel like. So, Brandon, we got a disclaimer that you are a part of the Under Armour family as well, and you have a bag that's connected to Steph as well. But thoughts on De'Aaron Fox rocking with Curry brand?
I mean, it's a good look. I mean, Steph, 2 more good years? Like, probably 2 or 3 more. I mean, at a high level would be 38. It's perfect timing. I mean, you got a young guard who had a breakout year, who's probably going to keep building, keep going. So, I mean, the signing situation was great to me. I mean, it's a steal.
Yeah.
Quiet, just does his thing, kind of like Steph too. So it kind of like they fit each other, like in aspect. So, to me, that's a bar. Taking one of Clutch's clients and signing them.
That can be a great replacement too.
No, for sure.
As soon as Curry retires, boom, DeAndre Fox comes to Oakland or San Fran. Or San Fran.
Yeah.
Right?
You say there's some deeper motivations going on?
He'll be 27, 28. I mean, it's the leverage these players have today, man. It's called, you have relationships. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, how many players wore Jordans when they played against Jordan? Right? It wasn't a big deal. Right? That wasn't, it's just.
But Jordans were more like cool. It was just cool.
So was it because he signed him to the brand? Because people wear other guys' shoes.
Like he signed him,
and he's getting his own.
Yeah, but other players wear other players.
No.
MJ is kind of like the gold standard, but he's got to be something. If I'm playing against Steph, he's cooking me and I'm wearing his shoes.
No, you couldn't wear MJs. You had to be signed. You had to wear Nikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did they like? Ray Allen was signed to MJ. Rip Hamilton was signed.
Eddie Jones in them.
Eddie Jones, Bibby.
But I'm saying before that, guys wore like KG rocked some J's like in their first meeting when he was a rookie. I think he had the Nike deal at that point. But
yeah, it was. And then eventually, he had to get out of those.
Yeah.
Because he only wants his players that he signed. So people don't realize that there's only a few Jordan brand athletes. There's Nike athletes that Jordan checked off, right? Versus Michael Jordan athletes. So Maya Moore, Michael Jordan athlete.
Right. Luka.
Zion is a Nike Jordan. Luka, Nike Jordan. Tatum, Nike Jordan. Right?
Okay.
But
they have signature shoes though with Mike.
But it's like Nike signed him and he says, I'm gonna take that player.
Okay.
So are there any just Jordan NBA?
I don't know how many just Jordan players there are in the NBA right now.
Well,
they had 4 guys.
Huh? Westbrook.
Westbrook,
Chris Paul.
Chris
Westbrook.
Because the W has a lot.
Melo was
Melo was like the main the one though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like so, people don't understand that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think Darrington Fox. I think he'll get his own signature shoe.
Huh?
They're very strict about that.
They signed 4 guys, Jaime Jaquez and a couple other guys this year, 2 rookies to Jordan Brown. I'm just telling
Jordan Brand themselves.
you. Yeah, Jordan Brown.
They signed Rui, too. Rui.
To Jordan Brand.
Yeah. Got a good Japanese audience.
Okay.
So is Travis Scott signed to Jordan or Nike Jordan?
Jordan.
He's signed to Jordan.
Okay.
Like Drake is signed to Nike.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
No. It's like just like little loopholes. I mean, just like little loopholes.
Checks over stripes.
Oh, I remember funny. I had wore because Kobe was Adidas right before they went to Nike. So when we played them, I had it was the boat ones.
Oh, the 2s? The
So I had them make the Wizards color in those, right? Because someone told me like he really focused on who wears shoes, right?
Okay.
So boom, so we're standing on the West Ham line. He's just looking at the shoes the whole time. I was like, they look good, don't they? They look good, don't they? Right? Because he was. You can see he was irritated.
Yeah.
Oh, he was irritated.
Yeah.
Like you can see the anger in his face, and me, I'm like twiddling him up, like doing all this with him and shit.
Being extra.
Yeah. Like, he was there. I've never seen like that's the one time he was like real hot.
You like playing in those?
No.
Yeah.
It was just mind games. Yeah.
Them shits were heavy, straight moon boots.
Yeah, 30 something.
Yo, so Steph and Michael Jordan are the only 2 players that have their own brand that they can sign players.
So,
right? I think Steph Curry and Michael Jordan are the only 2 players in NBA that can sign other players under them.
Well, hopefully
Have a brand.
Embiid will get that
I don't know
Skechers
what
crack.
Bron has. Like,
I don't think Bron has a
I don't
brand.
think Bron.
Nike.
Yeah, I don't think Bron
has a
has
brand.
his own.
You said you
brand.
hope.
I don't think he created his own brand yet.
Embiid with the
Embiid gets
Skechers family, get all off kilter. Give me all.
And that's crazy
Dillon
that Bron
Brooks,
doesn't
give
have
me
his
all.
own brand, too.
Could you imagine if it was like the Bad News Bears type?
They can do that
Almost-
second coming Nike commercial, but all Skechers.
Yeah, I don't think Bron. I think Bron has something else going on, right? I don't think like a shoe brand is something he was after. I think he got his own shit.
Yeah.
Because he has his own.
His own
quarter.
building. Yeah, his
He
own
has his
building.
own building. So there's something else.
I mean, but Mike has. I mean, a lot of people have their own. Kobe has his own. Like Kobe could sign people if Vanessa wanted.
Yeah, Kobe could have signed people.
Like right.
They
Okay.
just signing schools and stuff now, turning on like Kentucky.
Wait, I don't know.
Yeah, they
Wait,
signed it.
I don't know if Kobe had his own brand. Did he?
The Mamba brand, right? Ain't that a brand?
I think it is now,
I don't know if
right?
it's,
I don't know.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it's a brand like Steph and Jordan's brand, but they can they're outfitting.
I feel
universities.
like it is now.
I think that happened within like the last
year.
Yeah.
3 or 4
Okay,
years where
okay.
he has his own brand because I think that was the reason she didn't sign back because Mamba was gonna do their own shoes.
Yeah, and they were trying to sign DeMar too. Remember they were trying to make DeMar, and then she was like,
Yeah, because they were still kind of under.
Yeah.
Nike. Yeah, it's
yeah.
So, talked about the Kings. We got to talk about the team that they were fortunate to beat last night. LeBron only played 29 minutes in the Lakers season opener, but his minutes have increased in each game this season. He played 35 minutes in the win against the Suns and 39 minutes against the Kings on the first night of a back-to-back. In overtime, Gil, you said that Bron's minute restriction wouldn't last. But, Brandon, you said the same thing. I believe you predicted 35
Like, why would the
minutes.
coach even say that?
You said 35 minutes, but are the Lakers asking LeBron to carry too much of the load in year 21?
listen. There's no asking. You're not asking anything. This is what he's doing. Like that's what I said. It's like it's easy to tell someone to do something, but the game is going to be played how it's going to be played. I can't tell you to average 25 and you're not capable of doing it, right? You know, we can say, hey, I need you to average 25. It's easy for a player to, hey, 40, I need you to go down to 20, right? All he does is just turn his motor off, which people don't really understand that. If I'm averaging 35 and you're telling me to average, 28, that means if there's no player that came up there that's really great for me to delegate to, now I'm just less aggressive, which means the game is going to be harder for everyone else because how they were getting points
Ain't gonna be the same.
You know what I mean? If you told Jordan, hey, Jordan, with Steve Kerr and B.J. Armstrong and all, Luke Longley, hey, Bill Weddington, don't average 30, average 21. He's going to look at you like, who the fuck else is going to score? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the same thing as LeBron. You're telling LeBron to, hey, we're going to give you 25 to 28 minutes. And then eventually he's going to look around and say,
Who's gonna?
Were y'all in the same training camp I was in?
You know I play point guard, right? You know I play point guard.
Was y'all in the same training? Were we in the same training camp? Like, we don't have Kevin Durant over here. We didn't get Bradley Beal over here. Like, who?
Yeah.
Who?
The Lakers just gonna have to find like a stretch, like where he can like take some games off. Like they're gonna have to go on like a winning streak because he's gonna have to keep playing over 35. So he's gonna have to like find a way to get wins, like get these wins early, playing these, and then just cool off a little bit.
Or get leads faster.
Yeah, get leads. Yeah.
It's D'Lo, man. It's D'Lo. D'Lo is the. I don't want to say the problem. D'Lo is the X factor. Maxey, be Maxey, be Maxey, because that's what you are capable of. We know what you are capable of. So the person you're playing like now, how is that helping us?
People say it's hard to play with LeBron.
I don't care.
Is it?
I don't know.
I
think it's easy. I think it's easy.
All he does is get y'all wide open shots. So how hard is it really?
But what I'm saying is, I don't care. You put me in for 35 minutes, I'm gonna do me.
Playing 35 minutes today in this area, you can average.
That's
you
what I'm saying.
should be able to average like.
The 35 minutes. What are you gonna do with your 35 minutes out there? You just gonna be out there what? Doing what? Because as long as I'm out there for 25, 26 minutes, I'm gonna do me. Mm-hmm. So you have 35 minutes to do what? How you can't play? You can't play basketball?
I think it's easier to play.
I'm not sitting in the corner. Like, give me the ball, I'm going. Boom. You going right. I'm gonna run right into your space. That's what I would do. That's what I was doing.
Right.
You can't go left, so I'm not gonna stay on this side because I know you can't pass it this way. Right? You gotta understand basketball. What did Kobe say? I know my players better than I know the opponent. Right? So I know, like, all right, you gonna go down the right side because you dribble right. That means when I'm running the lane, which side am I on? Every time.
Yeah.
If we playing together, I'm on your left side every time. I'm not gonna go that way. Even if you on that side, you're gonna come back this way. Yeah, I need to go. John Wall, I'm over here. Because I know he gonna come, so when he passes it, boom. I'm his first option every single time. Yeah. You have to really understand what your players do to be effective, right? And that's what D'Lo and them have to understand. Like, yo, just do you. He will figure it out. Kyrie didn't stop doing Kyrie.
Yeah, but Kyrie's
yeah. You can't be Kyrie?
They're different, huh?
But what I'm saying is you telling me you can't be, you are all-star who averaged this.
Yeah.
This is what I need. If you give me this, I don't have to play him 38 minutes. Right?
Then if it's hard as they say, then he's going to be on the bench.
Or was that fake?
Derek White, I think maybe defensively, I don't think like it was the whole.
Oh, okay.
I don't want no side. No, don't tell me. Do not tell me as a player this is the type of player you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, you telling me you want to be what?
Derek White.
Ranked 28 in point guard, shooting guard, whatever he is. He's ranked at the back of the bus. Defense great and ranked at the back of the bus. I do not want to be that player. Tell me somebody who play offense and defense. That's great at them both. Like Jimmy Butler. Say Jimmy Butler. Say, tell me Jimmy Butler. I don't care. Don't name the dude that's ranked 29 out of 30.
Shit, play like James Harden. You lefty. You get the buckets just like that.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, D'Lo, I don't care about your defense. I don't care. Offensively, if you give me this, it saves him. Right? Rui, you give me this, it saves him. Like, we're trying to figure out how to last to the end of the season, and that's only
Austin Reeves too.
Reeves too. Yeah, I gave you how much I gave him?
He been playing like.
How much I gave him?
Didn't they give him 80?
54.
54. Play like 54. Play like you trying to get 100. That's the type of coach I am. Hey, who all want maxes? Play like
it.
So
that's it. Play like it, right?
So another interesting element of that LeBron game. LeBron's NBA career started with the Kings 20 years ago. It was an anniversary last night during that game. But Spectrum Sportsnet put up a graphic of LeBron in his first NBA game, October 29th, 2003. In his 21st season, October 29th, 2003.
His field goal percentage is the same.
Minutes,
that's
very close.
Crazy.
27, 16, and 8 in year 21.
See, but Bron's so good, he know that. Like he know his first number. So coming in, it's like, all right, I'm gonna get this.
It's fun. I wonder how old like the majority of
the hairline similar.
Look at the hairline, you know.
For sure.
That's 21 years later, a little pushback, but no.
That game was probably, and then look, his first game was when, like you said, Gilbert, October 29th.
October 29th.
Back then.
There's probably, a few players in the starting lineup who were like in elementary school.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah,
No, I'm just saying this is some of the players shit. They weren't even born yet.
No.
True. But what's crazy is, so Lakers, that was the first night of a back-to-back. You played LeBron those 39 minutes OT, you lose that game. Now you got to come back home against the Magic, which should have been, in traditional years, an easy W penciled in, but you got Paolo, Franz Wagner, and that crew. Now you might potentially trick off 2 games and put yourself back even further.
Man, fuck all that tricking off shit. Play basketball, right? And the only player I'm not worried about is LeBron James.
Okay.
No.
Right? I mean, like that's the only person I'm not worried about on the Lakers is LeBron James. Like, he's gonna come to the gym at 1:30, 2 o'clock, preparing his body to play this game, right? He understands at year 21 how to take rest during the game, right? He understands how to rev his engine and not rev it. So that's the last person I'm worried about.
Yeah. I'm not talking about a worried about, but you look at the Lakers season last year, they were playing catch up. They had to spend a ton of energy just to even make the playoffs. They get to the Western Conference Finals. LeBron looks gassed, bad foot injury. You got LeBron in year 21 now trying to keep.
And he was the best player in the playoffs. He's the best player in the playoffs on, you know what I mean? So all that resting and stuff, it really don't matter. Like, prepare yourself to play basketball. Like, it's like they're going into the season trying to figure out what days they're gonna take off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Mentally,
Ooh, what
not
days?
good.
Yeah, like what? Yeah.
What day am I gonna take off? Listen, I need y'all in the game. I need you in the game. I don't need, look, as a coach, your job is not secure from how many times the motherfuckers practice, okay? It's the game. Your record is the game. So that's all I care about, the game, right? Whatever y'all got to do in practice, get shots, get 300 shots, do these little fake post-up moves and all that. I need you for the game. The practice, like, what are we doing in practice anyway? How many plays we running in practice? Nothing. It's nothing. Right. I don't know why people like put this thing on. Practice is nothing. So you're telling me that the game, 38 minutes in the game, 25 minutes, 48 minutes in the game is harder than a 2-hour practice? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, don't practice.
And go play.
Come to this goddamn game. Shit, ready to go. That's what I need you for.
Yeah.
Like, so I'll give up practice. I got 3 games a week.
Yeah. And
Those practice days, come and work out and lift. Come get your shots. Get your free throws. You suck at free throws, those days off, take 500 free throws. You didn't sweat not once, but you got this. So when they foul you in the game, boom, you good.
And it's like, you playing with LeBron James. Like, take advantage of the opportunity. Like, not a lot of people, like, if you play with LeBron, you get paid. Like, if you just do your job. Like, there's guys that got paid playing with LeBron. So it's like, he's on his way out. Like, I would be taking full advantage of this opportunity.
Wave him off a couple times. Just let him. Just let him know. Like, you come in and hey, and then hit a shot. He gonna be like,
okay,
all
right, cool, bet.
I mean, he might be mad at the moment, like he just gonna wave me off like that. But in theory, he's like, okay, all right, he's finally trying to tap in, trying to be a big boy.
Because Kai did it for sure. I'm sure Kai did it. Kyrie Irving, like, I got it. So
Bron is listed as probable tonight on the second night of back-to-back. We'll see if he ends up playing in the game. But we got to talk about Darvin Ham a little bit. Made some questionable decisions with the Lakers' rotation, most notably not playing Christian Wood in the second half, not playing Rui Hachimura late in the fourth quarter or OT after he was cooking early in the fourth quarter, hit some big shots. So Darvin talked a little bit about that, or Coach Ham, excuse me, I don't want to get checked by Debo. Talked about that a little bit after the game.
My rotation, we got to really get, dig into that and really figure out and really take a close look. And so guys are in rhythm. We have a great collection of players, and I play in this league. And when you know when you're going in and who you're playing with, all that matters. And so buckling down on our rotation, I'll start there. That definitely is the main thing that's on my mind. And obviously, I don't want to run Bron into the ground. I don't want to run A into the ground too early. Obviously, it was an overtime game tonight, and they're playing at a high level, so you want to leave them out there. But just, just having that balance, and again, it's all predicated on player performance as well. Guys got to perform, but for me, just again, really taking and we've been doing it. My staff has been doing a hell of a job with me trying to figure this thing out, but just doing an even deeper dive in terms of our rotation.
So does Coach Ham need more time to see what the Lakers have before judging the rotations?
Yes, I mean, you out of training camp, man, you're going into the season with an ideal of what you're going to play and how you're going to play it, and he said it. He said the coaching staff is going to help me with trying to figure out, the rotation because, for the most part, the coaching staff is the one who knows players putting in extra work, what player is serious, how they're approaching the game. So while he's coaching the game, their job is to figure out who's ready for the game, right? So if you look at any season, the season always start off with like a 10-man, 11-man rotation.
Yeah.
Right? And then, by the time you get to, December, January, that joint might be at
7, 8.
7, 8.
7, 8.
Possibly 9. So that's why, players, you always got to be ready because you don't know when you could be, you could have never played at the beginning of the season and then, hey, let me try you. Boom, go in there, let me see what you got. And then, boom, he gives you something, let me use him. Right? So, as a player, you got to always keep getting better, understanding that how you're playing today doesn't dictate how you're playing next month and the month after that and the month after that. You just want to keep getting better as a player, and then the coaching staff will try to figure out what is the best group that plays well together.
What you think, Brendan?
For Darvin Ham? Yeah, just some patience, some time. I mean, it's going to be a rough year, man. For the Lakers.
What's up, man?
It's going to be a rough year.
You couldn't wait to say that.
It's going to be a rough year, man. If Bron got to keep playing 35, 38 minutes, it's going to be a rough year.
I mean, how do you figure out rotations when collectively the team, like they're not, no one's really, I don't think anybody's really playing well outside of Bron and AD in his moments. So how do you build a rotation? I mean, I know everything goes to the coach, but like sometimes you got to look at the players and just be like, what are y'all trying to get? Keep a spot? Y'all trying to be in the rotation? Because I feel like some of them go out there and they just kind of on la la land and they're not really playing their games and it's not conducive to the overall success of the team. Everyone's kind of just out there doing whatever.
It's survival. It's if I don't do nothing, right? I don't make no turnovers. I don't take any many shots. I'm going to play longer. Yeah. Right? And that's how everyone's playing. They're playing not to make mistakes because they think mistakes is going to get me subbed and put me on the end of the bench. If I take too many shots and then, one of the players do one of these, I'm done. Right? So now you're trying to play basketball not to be subbed out. Right? And that's what the rest of the team is doing. I think that's what a lot of players do when they first get into the NBA. You're trying to not make mistakes, which ends up end up not playing your game. You got to go out there and I paid you, also they paid you 50-something for a reason. Go. You have green light. Rui, you have green light. Go.
Yeah, your contract is set.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? They gonna put in Christian Woods for you? They gonna start him? Right. No, the money, big money plays. So go out there and just play with the freedom. Go play with the freedom. Right? You have freedom. Go out there and just be an asset.
Yeah, they want that.
How do you feel about do you think it's because guys aren't playing basketball? Playing a lot of 5-on-5? Is that why you think it's no, cause they don't practice like they used to no more, right? So do you think that's the cause of it? Playing with each other 5-on-5 a lot?
Especially with so many new players.
With so many new players and things like that. What are you doing in the summertime, training camps? What are they doing? Are they playing?
Some teams, some players are. But it's still when stats involved, minutes involved, right? Practice there, come on, practice versus game.
Yeah, practice.
Practice there, there's no stats here. Everybody taking shots.
Everybody doing stuff that they wouldn't do in the game.
The star player in practice don't get the ball like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
Star player in practice ain't. You sub yourself. Oh, y'all ain't passing the ball. I think the ball in the game.
But I think that's the issue too. The start, it's not realistic in practice. You got everybody just doing stuff that they wouldn't do in the game. And then they get in the game and it's
you don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know
You
what I
don't
mean?
do
You
it in
don't.
practice at least.
Yeah, but you
Try
don't.
to do
Yeah.
it in the game.
Hey, that's just it. You try like, yo, dude, where's the game dude at? Oh, where's the game dude at? See, when them lights come on, you don't want to. You know, you start getting that. But at the end of the day, like you, be an NBA player. Be an asset to your team, right? And that's just like you have to put your will on the game, whatever that is. Like you have to put your will on the game, and I don't think a lot of players understand that. Like every team I went on, from college to when I came to the NBA, I did me, right? From Arizona, I'm the only player on the starting five that wasn't all American. Well, I'm shooting the most shots. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I don't care what y'all talking about. This is what I do this, so I'm gonna do this. Golden State, 15th player. They put me in a game. This is what I do. He put me in a game for a reason. This is what I do. I shoot. I'm trying to beat everybody up the court. I'm going 1-4 flat. I'm looking you off. That's what I do. If you're going to put me in a game, this is what I'm bringing to the game. So when the coach says, hey, Gil, in, you don't even have to say, hey, I need you to, because you put me in a game. You know what I'm doing when I get in there. I'm going, Antoine coming in, I'm going to do one of those. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So when you put me in a game, that's what I'm going to do. And people wonder, like, well, how did you do? Because I understood, if you're going to sub me in,
It's for a reason.
I know what you want.
Yeah,
Like, when you're sitting there like, Arenas, get in. I knew. As soon as you said Arenas, I know. I got you, coach. I got you, coach. Ignore the rest of these joints. I got you, coach.
But how much of that confidence come from the actual work that you're putting in? If you know you're out working guys, you're looking at that Arizona roster saying, I'm working harder than all of you. I deserve this opportunity.
But it's still the work. The work and the confidence is one thing. I mean, the confidence comes with the work ethic, right? But I mean, let's just be honest. Like, I think players just overthink everything. If coach subs in Bones, what do we expect?
We expect Bones to.
We expect Bones to
Downhill.
be Bones,
Downhill.
right?
Yeah,
Up and
downhill.
down, do his own thing.
And that's how, like, if you're a great defensive player and you're a guy who puts people on their asses when they get in, when I sub you in, that's what I'm expecting, right? If you're a guard that picks up full court and I sub you in, that's what I'm expecting. Same thing with a guy who shoots and checks. When Ginobili got in, he was there for a reason. Like when Doc Rivers, they usually put in Trez and Lou at the 6-minute mark, right? That was the part of the rotation. When they came in, this is the offense we're running. It's YouTube. So if, they down 0-10 and at the 10-minute mark, Lou, Trez, get in. They know what they're about to do. Pick and roll them two, no matter who else is out there. You have to know what you do, so when coach calls your name, you're going to apply it, right? And I think just players think that it's survival mode. I just need to survive. I'm gonna get more time by surviving. And I know when I went to Orlando, that's how I played. I realized I shoot 3, 4, 5 shots and score coming in. If I don't shoot, I stay longer, right? Like, I'd rather have 30 minutes with 4 shots versus 10 minutes and 12 shots. Like, you know what I mean? I want to be out there playing. I want to be out there hooping, so I'd rather not shoot so I can just run up and down. And that's how I played in Orlando, so I understand the concept of if I don't do nothing wrong, and I'm out there just.
But without practice, how do you get them out of that mindset? Because I feel like it's usually on a team, it might be like 1, 2, or 3 guys. I feel like there's like 5 or 6 of them that go out there and they're kind of like they're playing real tight. I feel, but with the lack of practice, like we've said, how do they work themselves out of that?
Practice is so overrated.
I know.
Like, I mean, I don't know how it is in the dub, but in the NBA, right? I guarantee you, if you go on the bench, right, and ask some of those players who be killing in practice, they're gonna be like, shit, I be killing in practice. They just don't play me the game because that's how it is.
They're telling the truth, though.
No, but they telling the truth. They probably getting buckets in practice because what is the best player doing? He ain't going hard. The starting 5 ain't going hard like that. So the bench squad coming in there really taxing. you ain't getting in the game like that. You're going to have an amazing week. Like if you don't play, if you're like the ninth man and you getting 1 minute, right? For you to actually get in the game, you're going to have an amazing week. Like, I mean, on fire for the coach. Like, all right, let me see if it's going to translate to the actual game. Other than that, it's just, you are a practice player. You're the person that is, all the scouting reports are going to go through him. You're the best scout report guy. You're going to be all the star players in scouting report.
Right.
Right? That's the hardest person to guard. He got freedom.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're not going to play him like that, right? So if he gets to be Joe Johnson, he gets to be Kyrie in practice, and that means he gets every shot, he gets to do whatever he wants. He's going to kill us. But when we put him in the game,
That's not who he is. Yeah.
that's not who he is.
Right.
And he knows that's not who he is, so that means he ain't coming with the same. Like if he came into the game saying, "Yo, I get to be Kyrie today," I bet.
Bet 30 shots.
But that doesn't happen like that, and that's the bad part.
So do you think NBA players getting tricked into becoming something that they're not at times? Like even when you talk about playing in the summer or playing in practice, summertime, the star level guys, they know where their place is, right? So they might not be going as hard as other guys. So you might ball out in the summer, but that's not realistic to what you're going to be doing in the
Pecking
league.
order, man. Right? It's like basketball is like.
Be real with yourself. Like, you have to be real with yourself. Like, if you've been there hooping with Book, KD, all them, and you're playing well, like, you still got to understand, like, there's still Book and KD when the season starts.
But
it's good for your confidence.
I cooked D-Book in the summer. Yeah, but that wasn't.
That wasn't D-Book.
Cooking D-Book in the summer is different.
That wasn't D.
Yeah,
that wasn't D-Book.
Yeah, I'm about to say, that was Devin.
That was Devin.
Yeah, that was Devin.
That was Devin.
Don't double team me, Devin, in the summertime. Like, but in your mind, oh well, shit. I was cooking. I see there's a lot of college guys that play against pros at UCLA. I was giving such and such work. Like LeBron team lost to some UCLA guys, and that was a big deal. Like LeBron is going 18%.
You think LeBron
right?
is going hard against you children?
18%.
He's just trying to sweat. I'm
This
just
is
like
cardio.
I'm just trying to break a
He
sweat.
didn't want to go on the track.
Like when you're going to okay, so let's say Denver, right? Denver has their own pecking order, right? Now, if you're a guy that's like Peyton Watson, right? Every year, you should be going into it trying to level up, right? Like, which means you're gonna have to challenge someone in front of you at some point, right? That's whoever's in front of you, you're gonna have to challenge for their spot or to move up. That's how it is. Other than that, everybody's gonna stay in the same order, right? And that's the part that I don't think a lot of players understand. When you're in training camp and you're in the summer and y'all coming back together, when you, like if you're the starting shooting guard and I'm the backup and I come in, hey man, nice summer, boom, 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 pecking order's the same. I'm coming into training camp on demon time to move in front of you or to steal some minutes. That's the time where we are actually battling for minutes. Once the minutes are established, then we're teammates. That's how, like every time we went into the summer, went into training camp, Steve Blake is trying to take minutes from me. Antonio Daniels is trying to take minutes from me. No bueno. So those two was getting all that smoke. You know what I mean? Because I know they're trying to level up. Everyone's trying to level up. And I don't think people go into training camp understanding that. That's right. People don't understand. Like, I went from 15 to the third option, and then the third option went to the second option next year, to the first option at the end of the fourth minute, because I'm trying to establish dominance by challenging everything. Right? You got to challenge the order. If you don't challenge the order, then you're going to stay in order. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you hit the 55,
Yep.
what them veterans do? Hold on, young fella, because they trying to, like, they trying to figure out, like, oh, if he thinks he's the man, I'm done.
Yeah, that definitely came from somebody as a vet. Because they was mad I was changing my hair.
I know.
Like everything. It was like, you're bringing too much attention to yourself. I'm like, well, that's what I did in high school. Like, I had to gum be the hot, like, so it was like trying to like dumb me down. Like, hey, don't. It's like, well, I'm cracking.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I'm cracking. I got Under Armour behind me. Like,
but it was a vet, and I'm pretty, vet, right?
It for sure was a vet.
Yeah.
It was for sure a vet. telling them my
Yeah.
stories.
You
For
get
sure.
it, like, people don't, well, like, man, people are happy with where they are, right? Never be satisfied. If you're number 2 option, you're training to be the number 1 option, right? If you're number 3 option, you're training to be the number 2 option, right? Which makes us better. Like if I'm Michael Porter Jr. and I'm the 3rd option, I'm trying to be the 2nd option. Now think about all the work you done put in that didn't heighten your status, right? And I don't think if you're going into the summer, I'm the 3rd option, I'm gonna keep being the 3rd option, and you're already losing anyway, mentally.
Yeah. I mean, I think the jealousy probably started with me because I came in just was like, I'm the number 1 option. Like I just demanded it. I was like, I'm the number 1 option. So probably that's where it came from.
Well, speaking of demanding to be the number 1 option, Steph Curry has been on demon time this season. That's a 7.5. I'm gonna be real. I'm very self-aware. We got some Steph to show. He followed up his 27-point opening night performance by giving the Kings a 41-piece, including this dagger 3 that he capped off with the night-night celebration. You go to sleep. It'll all be
Feeling
over soon.
himself early.
I'm
I'm
liking where he at with it right now.
Real
I like how he
early.
coming spicy.
real spicy.
He coming real hot.
Early, he's
I mean, everyone was
early.
talking about the game winner in preseason, and I was like, oh, it's about to be scary for all of you.
And then last night against the Rockets, obviously the Rockets, but he had Dillon Brooks skating like Chaz Michaels.
Nice reference.
Thank you. Some won't get it, but that's what Google's for. Oh. Wait.
Whoop.
With
There's
3
the
that
heel-
was his
the heel
4th
kick
3 in a
you were
row.
talking about.
The heel kick. Yeah, you see the heel kick that he did when he jumped?
And he hit
The Bruce Boyne? He shot him with the Bruce Boyne?
hit him with the scream. He did a little trolling as well. We got this photo. Shout out to
He
Worldwide
flicked his
Wild.
feet in the air like
Grab this.
Oh.
Put it on a T-shirt.
Oh my.
Nah, but one thing I do love about Dillon Brooks, he gonna come back next game and
Yeah.
be the same person. Like ain't nothing finna change.
So
Well, I hope he's learned from the last playoffs that you come back, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to hide and
Yeah.
run. You know,
Yeah.
it's part of the game.
And it's okay. Like it's okay. We enjoy it. Like,
Yeah.
we enjoy who he is on the court.
So you think Steph put some extra sauce on that celebration because Brooks was guarding him?
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
He's getting that from everybody for the whole year.
I mean, it was the crossover, I lost the dribble, you came back, pump fake, you clicked your feet in the air. Like, you making wishes and like, come on.
Make a wish.
Yeah, Dorothy, there's no place like home.
Get your ass back.
Hell.
Get your ass back to Kansas. But so yeah, and then we talked about Dillon Brooks a little bit. Controversial figures in the league. He's not gonna stop poking bears anytime soon. They asked him about Wemby. He said he's tall. That's about it. But he's also been playing solid this season. He got the big contract from the Rockets. I think after last year, everybody was kind of curious how the rest of his career would pan out. When you look at Dillon Brooks, Dillon the villain, this whole thing, you know, is he good for the league?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's good for the league because as an offensive player, you're coming to bust his ass, right? So that means you're coming ready. Like, and I don't know if anybody respects what Dillon brings, but for an offensive player, he's bringing my A game. Because I know if I don't bring the A game and he shuts me down, I got to hear his mouth. So, which means that I'm coming to play all the time against him. So for the most part, he's going to get his ass busted majority of the time, but that's because everyone's bringing a A game. So there's only a few players in the league that's bringing out everyone's A game, and he's one of them now.
Yeah, that's a
Never
fact.
thought
No,
about
that's a
it that
fact.
way. I mean, he got paid. I don't know why anybody expected him to like shut up. Like he's making money.
I'm richer now. Shit.
I'm Richard. I'm in Houston. There's no expectation for that team, so I really can just hoop and just get on everybody's nerves. So I love it. I think it's great that he's embracing this role. But like Gil said, everyone's gonna come after him. But that's perfect for the league. Might get.
I still feel like Memphis gave up on him too early though. How old is he?
They were like bullied by the internet.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
that's
Yeah, that's what I
so
said.
weird.
They were internet watching. I don't know what.
Like I feel like they gave up
Such
on
a
him too
weird
because
move.
27 to be 28 in January.
yeah, and then they got the other big dude. Isn't he like a defensive player too over there with Memphis? The big guy.
Who?
Who's Memphis big?
Steven Adams got hurt. They just
Oh,
signed
he's out.
Biombo. Jerry
They got Tillman and Jared Jack.
Jared Jack.
Jared
Yeah,
Jack,
Jared
yeah.
Jack. Yeah.
And then they brought in Marcus Smart, correct?
Yes.
So basically like a.
You got
Poking the
smaller.
bear
they
type.
Got a smaller. That's
you
what I'm saying.
small guy.
I'm keeping.
I just didn't.
like an older, smaller version of
I don't
Tyrese.
think that they wanted to pay him that kind of money.
Right.
Okay.
That's probably all.
Used it as an excuse, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Save some bread.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when you're talking about just you're demanding, like when Dennis Rodman was playing, he demanded 4 men to bring the A game, right? And that's, as an offensive player, that's what you want. That's why I hate when people say, like, you know, these eras was tougher and you know, these guys would do, like, offensive players, I want the best defensive player. As the defensive player, you want the best offensive player. We sharpen each other's iron. That is the point of it. Like, so I don't want to be guarded by the third. That's an insult. Like, I train too much to be guarded by this person. You better guard. Bruce Bowen, you better guard me. Rajah Bell, you better guard me. Kobe, you better guard me. Because that's how much, you know, like, my offense should be respected. Don't put some half-ass dude on me. That's offensive. Right, and same thing with defense. Like, if you sitting there and you claim you're the best defensive player and you're guarding these mediocre players, nah. Come on, bring it over here. Let me see what you got.
Yeah.
And then if you shut me down, I'm the type of dude to say, hey, what were you looking at? What were you looking at? Like, cause I want the input, so I know how to change that behavior. Whatever it is, I'll see you next time. And that's one teaches one.
Yeah, I agree.
So Dillon Brooks, Canadian light-skinned. It's a different genre of light-skinned dudes compared to American light-skinned dudes, but still a lot of the same stigmas. When you look back at your career, who's the toughest light-skinned dude you ever played against?
Defensively?
Just in general, Gil. Defensive, offensive.
Ain't nobody guarded me, man. I don't know. You better stop all that, man. I'm not. I'm sorry, man. Like,
I thought you was gonna say Steve Blake, but
no, guarded like. Man.
Steve Blake is white.
Negro tennis.
I mean Negro. He had Negro.
No, definitely.
Yeah, Negro tendencies.
Definitely, definitely.
Like Pistons, like Tayshaun. Okay, so like with the Pistons, Tayshaun guarded me, right? Was a different thought pattern versus like Billups, right? Like Billups, I can just pull up, you know, because I was more athletic than him by the same height. But with Tayshaun, that reach. So that means I had to really back him up. If he guarded me, pushed me to the basket, and I got three long arms that I had to try to score on. So, like Tayshaun guarded me with that.
Was he quick too, or was it?
No.
So just the length.
Just the length and how he funneled me into other defenders. I'll say even though Rajah was probably a better defender than the Matrix was harder because he was quick and bouncy. Right? He was quick and bouncy, which kind of, had me thinking too. So it was just, it's all the matchup versus what teammate had in the back line.
For sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about Draymond. Made his debut Sunday night after missing the Dubs' first 2 games with an ankle injury. But more importantly, Chris Paul came off the bench for the first time in his career, ending a streak of nearly 1,400 starts. CP3 was plus 22 in the game, including a stretch at the end of the first quarter into the second quarter where the Warriors were plus 16 with Curry on the bench. Curry said before that he feels like this Warrior squad has 6 starters. Obviously, only 5 can actually start. But which lineup gives the Warriors the best opportunity for success?
That one.
So you like CB coming off the bench? You think that's where he's going?
It's the only thing that made sense. Like, Jordan Poole was an individual coming off the bench. He was a legit 6-man, which, usually your 6-man is just a guy who's basically, it's him on the bench, right? It's just him on the bench that's coming in scoring, and the rest of the bench, y'all figure out how to fit in. With CP, he is the guy who's creating the offense for the bench. And that's what that group needed. They needed a guy who can come in and then heighten everybody else's play, which makes the second unit a lot better than they were before.
Yeah, and I think it's all about who has it rolling, too, at the time. I mean, if it's some games we starting and it's rolling. But, I mean, like you said, they have 6 starters. So, I mean, coming off the bench, yeah. But sometimes he's going to have to start, too, though, for them, too, still. Like, because...
For who?
What you mean? Put Looney at the 5.
He's at the 5.
Okay.
Draymond at the 4. Wiggins at the 3.
Yeah.
Who's the odd man?
Clay at the 2. Steph at the 1.
I mean, sometimes Wiggins can come off.
You think Wiggins would be the odd man out in that situation?
Yeah.
Pull up his stats.
18? I don't know. He's going to be 18 because that's what he do. Guaranteed. He's guaranteed 18.
No, he's not. He's not guaranteed.
Yeah. He's averaged 18 his whole career.
We'll see. I don't know.
He's like Rick Ross.
But
He's solid.
But
Don't
what
ever
situation
put
would
Wiggins in the same
what situation would Chris Paul have
conversation
to
as
start?
Rick Ross. Don't do that. Because
No,
Rick
I'm
Ross
just-
is a top 5 rapper ever.
Because he's so consistent, right? Because he's consistent,
Yeah.
right? He ain't gonna drop no dud. It ain't gonna be no hit. It's gonna be boom, right? That's Wiggins, right?
Wiggins a little slow to start this season, but 19 points per game career, 3 games this season, 27 minutes a game. He is averaging 11 points.
This season.
This-
Last year, what?
17.1,
The year before that?
17.2.
The year before that?
18.6,
Uh-huh.
19.4.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's like I history has been showing that small teams ain't winning. And I think people got confused. Well, everyone got confused about Golden State winning championships, thinking they were small ball. They started big. They ended small because it forced everyone else to go small. So they were playing chess while everybody's playing checkers, right? So their starting unit was big. What is that? What was the name of that unit? What did they call that second unit?
The Warriors?
Yeah, what was that?
With who?
The Death Squad.
With who?
The Death Unit.
With
Death
That's
lineup.
the starting lineup. Yeah, the death lineup.
The Death lineup wasn't starting lineup.
Well, Iguodala was the sixth man, but yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. So, but they had a
Oh, yeah,
they
I
had a
remember
center,
that.
but they had a
Come on.
center, power forward.
Iguodala.
Yeah. So when you're talking about small ball, you got KD 6'11" and a half, Draymond, and then the big. Like, come on, that's not. You got Looney, Draymond, and KD in your back line. That's not small.
Right.
Right? It's when they went to Death Squad, but they still got Draymond at the 5, KD at the 4. You're still big, right? And I think people got really confused. They don't really understand the concept.
Small, yeah.
Right? So when you got power forwards now sitting at 6'6", 6'5", 6'3", 6'2", who the fuck y'all think y'all winning with that YMCA lineup? There's high school teams bigger than you. You know what I mean? There's high school teams that got a bigger lineup than that. And I just think they get confused with a real basketball team versus the gimmick. Everybody else is the gimmick versus like Bulls was a big small lineup. You know, they was 6'6", 6'6", 6'7", 6'7", and then, Weddington or Bill or whoever the fuck's back there. And then even when they take him out and put Tony Kukoc, you got Rodman and Tony Kukoc that's big.
Yeah. Ron Harper was like 6'5",
Yeah,
6'6". Yeah.
That's what I said. Ron Harper was
Hollywood
6'6".
Harper.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think Wiggins?
I mean, I don't know. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to start some more games, though.
Who? Chris Paul?
Yeah.
He's great because you can fill in any of those guys. missing
Somebody.
action.
I don't want him to. The reason I want him to is if he's starting, he's doing the same thing as a starter as a bench player, right? Managing a team. What is Wiggins gonna do when he comes off the bench? Manage.
Well, he's going to be coming off with CP because CP will come out early.
Yeah,
Take CP a little bit out early and then bring him back in with the second unit.
Yeah, see, I just need him in second unit. Just do you.
Yeah.
Do this. Get these boys, get Kuminga and all them guys, get them rolling.
Yeah.
Because if we can get these guys rolling, then we have a better second unit.
What about end of games, closing games out?
depends on how they play.
Yeah. So you see a world.
Okay, yeah, so that's where it comes down to. Depends on who.
Yeah,
who's
depends on
cooking.
who's balling.
I can see a world where you bring them off the bench early, but come fourth quarter, crunch time, try to roll out some potential lineups that include him.
Yeah, because it'd be most likely it'd be Draymond at the 5, and then boom, Chris Paul. Yeah.
Do you think that's sustainable though?
That's how Draymond, because Draymond plays big, and then in today's NBA, every team goes small anyway, so it benefits them.
Yeah. I think most teams, obviously, you talk about a squad like the Nuggets or somebody like that. Like,
Yeah, that's where they get killed, right? They're gonna get killed when they play against, Bucks, because Bucks don't play small, right? You're talking about only like teams like Miami, and even when, did y'all see when Boston actually put the big lineup in when they had Tatum at the 2? and he's sitting there posting up. Who is he posting? Like the little dude. Like that's if you're at the 2, that's who has to guard you.
Yeah.
Right. So when they put when they had Al Horford and Porzingis, right? That means Tatum is at the 2. So that means think about all the shooting guards. They got a Hero. Hero has to guard Tatum at 6'10" now. Easy. He ain't sitting there playing out there. He got a little man on him. And it looked easy.
Jaylen Brown at the 3, and then
That's what I said. It looks easy versus
Drew at the.
you know what I mean?
That's the
lineup that they
tough
that's
line.
what I said. They put that lineup in
tough
one
squad,
time,
yeah.
and it was like that's your starting lineup.
Yep.
That's the lineup you're gonna need against the Bucks and Denver.
Warriors and all that.
Wow, well, let's keep this thing moving. Time for Mostly Fans. Had a productive Monday, as usual. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Starting off the week right.
Shout out to Underdog Fantasy. If you have not done so already, go ahead, download the app, use promo code GILD. They will match your first deposit up to $500. We got a lot of games this week, so we're going to get into higher, lower, and the pick'ems throughout the week. But now let's talk about Mostly Fans. First question comes from Underdog username BJax2199. He said, how would you feel if the winner of the in-season tournament got a guaranteed bid into the playoffs?
But like at what seed, or just you get like
So like
how would that work?
whoever wins it, you just automatically get it.
Automatic lock. Oh, it all
Like
depends on
top 6. Like you get a top. Like you're 6. Like you're for sure 6.
Oh, you talking about top? I would just say
You'd have to give them a seeding.
You have to automatically let them see. What was it back then when we played? Like, if you won your division, it was already 1, 2, or 3, right? Automatically.
Yeah.
So I guess top 3.
You think a top 3?
A top 3 seed.
Top 3 seed.
If
How
you win the
how
in-season tournament.
split up the?
Yeah, because
How's it split up? Because sometimes I feel like maybe a team could get like a good draw with their groupings.
Yeah. The only fucked up thing is if the 1 seed wins it, then what do they get?
They stay right there.
Yeah, but you should give me another draft pick or something like if you don't.
Right, like
say
what if legitimate playoff teams keep winning and like getting into the playoffs doesn't really?
Yeah.
Really a
I mean, just up the money.
It all depends. That's what I said. It's like, what is the upside besides saying we want everybody to play hard? Right, we want the beginning of the season to be exciting. Right? Is the shit exciting right now? Huh? I mean, it's the beginning of the
more
season.
excitement do you
But what I'm
want?
saying is, does the shit look exciting right now? Right? You know, the end season's coming. Does the teams that you want to look good, do they look good right now? No. No, it's.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be like a random. It's gonna be some random.
I think like
to be honest, it's gonna be Denver.
Yeah, it's gonna beat the shit out of
It's gonna-
everybody.
It's gonna be Denver because they're the only team right now that's in dominant mode, right? It's whoever has the most youngest players that's dominant, right? You're gonna have them. You're gonna have Boston. You're gonna have, you're gonna have the Clippers.
You think OKC will go far in the end season?
Depends, and it just depends
Golden
on who's
State,
playing. Depends
like-
on who's playing hard.
It's just Golden State
I
because
feel like some teams are gonna be like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
Pelicans, but you'll have teams like that because those guys are still young enough to be in shape faster, right? So the teams that's playing good right now, it's who's in better shape. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the talent.
Yeah.
Like the NBA will even out around December, January. That's when everyone's actually in shape. Then we can see who's who. Okay. Right now, it's some teams are in shape faster than other teams, and they're just using their speed and sitting there just outrunning everybody, and so you don't really know who's good yet.
I think if the winner could bump up a spot, like say they won and they were the 5th seed, they could flip and get home court advantage over the 4th. Or if you're the 4, you could have the option of moving up a spot and having somebody swap out. Or if you're the 11th seed, now you could take.
Hey, if you really wanna put some smoke into the air, you want teams to play hard. This should be lottery picks. This should be lottery picks. Because what happens is now the bad teams will try this. They will try to go as hard as they can to get a lottery pick. And then if they tank it, they get they get another lottery pick, right? Now a good team, it makes it, let's say Lakers or something, it forces them to actually want to play hard. Like, oh shit, we can get a lottery pick with this team now. Now we can get a top 5 pick or a top 10 lottery pick to add to this roster. Now it forces the good teams to actually want to play hard too. So now everybody has a reason to go hard if there's a lottery pick on.
Just question for you, because that's great from a team standpoint, but from a player standpoint, I don't want y'all to have another opportunity to draft another one of our replacements. Now we're gonna double that up.
Sounds like insecure. For a good team or a bad team?
I'm saying for you.
That's what I'm saying. A good team, you're only going to get one lottery pick. So if you're top 5 teams, now this gives you a chance to actually sneak a lottery pick.
Yeah, I think for good teams, they actually want to play hard.
For the bad team, all y'all motherfuckers replaceable anyway. So it really don't even matter what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Like, either you secure with what you do, like work. It's your work ethic. Right, if you're not securing your work ethic, goddamn it, it don't matter anyway, because we both looking at the same thing. You are replaceable.
Next question comes from underdog user Gil's defense attorney. Dumbest thing that ever cost you a game is say, Gil, you can't use Michael Ruffin.
You got a video. That's a video question.
Oh, my bad. Let's run it. I'm fucking up.
Hey guys, how the fuck are you? I just want to know, what's the dumbest thing one of your teammates has done that cost you the game? And Gil, you can't use Michael Ruffin.
Michael McGregor?
How the fuck are you? It's crazy.
Yeah, how the fuck are you?
That motherfucker got
We're doing good.
He got the weight shit at the crib.
Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Dumbest shit? I don't even have an answer for that.
What's the dumbest thing?
That ever cost you a game? Now, he look like he fucking break phone books with his bare hands.
The dumbest thing that cost us a game was me not concentrating on the free throws. In the playoffs, right? I don't know what I was thinking about. Don't know what I was looking at, but instead of securing a win, choked off the 2 free throws, blanked out, and just missed them both, and then did something I didn't supposed to do. LeBron coming left, help. Lead the shooter in the corner. So it was me twice.
It happens.
That's
Gil.
worse.
But what's the dumbest thing a teammate ever did?
I was a teammate to my team, obviously. Besides call for the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I think something dumb that we do as players is when you get a big lead early and you struggle to keep the lead, for some reason.
Playing scared.
Struggle to keep engaged.
Yeah, I remember one game we were up 20 plus in Seattle, and we ended up we ended up losing the game.
So what happened? They subbed the starters out, and then they put
I
the bench
don't know
in.
what happened. I can't even explain it. It was so weird.
It just be the mood. I think it's the
we
mood.
was getting a little too
It's this thing.
Yeah.
goofy. People start taking shots that they're not supposed to be taking. You start turning the ball over. 20 points really isn't as much as you think.
It's the college thing. It's called sportsmanlike conduct. They threw this thing in that's called sportsmanlike conduct, where when you're up by a certain amount, bring it down a little. So you're up by 20, take the starters out, put them in, while the starters on the other team gets to keep playing, right? People don't realize
backwards.
that. When we're talking about sportsmanlike conduct, right, we're up by 20, let's say 5 minutes left. You take your starters out because you don't want to run a clock up because people frown upon that. But then the other side actually still has the starters in.
And then
still getting points.
6 point
so now the starters are playing against the bench squad. Now they cut the lead down. Now we gotta go
back in,
take the tape off, and do all this. Now get back serious, right? And then when they win, everyone's oh miracle in this. No, you wrote last week when we just beat the team by. You said that was unsportsmanlike conduct. So our stupid ass coach now decided he was going to take us out. He was going to take us out.
Stupid ass coach.
No, he's going to take us out to try to make it feel better. And this is what happened. Right? Nobody ever talks about it. They always talk about the comeback, not realizing how did they come back? The starters are out.
Yep.
Right. The starters are out. We put these sorry ass players in that we don't play, and then they came back on them. Now we got to come back in and try to be heroes again. No,
you should have
fuck them.
Us in.
And I'm the coach. We're up 20. You want me to take my starters out? Take yours out.
Right.
As long as your starting shooting guard is in, mine is staying in. I'm not dumb. No. Greek is in, Embiid is in. Period. Right? I need you to be like you, hey, turn down. No, tell them to quit.
They gotta quit first.
I did that in AAU.
Yeah.
You don't quit.
Right.
Quit. It's basketball. Quit. Just be like, hey man, we can't hang.
We can't do
It's
nothing.
not my job to make y'all feel better about y'all practice schedule. Right? Get better players. Spend some money. I don't know. Right? But that's usually why that happens.
Yeah, because I hate that. Sometimes when we get up early, I'm just kind of like, focus, guys, focus. And sometimes it just
They be in there
evaporates.
kiki and start doing bottle flip on the side and shit, start arrow shooting and shit.
Where did the arrows?
College. Was it Creighton?
Creighton did that?
That Creighton started that. Yeah, that was fun.
Did they get it from Usain Bolt? I'm trying to get my ears is all fucked up.
Lightning.
Oh, at the lightning bolt? That's what it said. I'm fucking up.
Creighton. Nah, you gotta go Creighton. They had. I used to do choo-choo trains. They used to do all that on the bench.
You know.
Yeah, it was. No. You be sitting there like, what's this is funny.
Choo-choo train.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do all that stuff on like it was the whole bench squad.
I was gonna go somewhere, but I'm gonna save the integrity of the show.
Appreciate that.
Third question comes from underdog username Josiah Second Chin. God bless you.
Hey, what's up, y'all? First of all, bear down, bear down.
Bear
Does
down.
Devin Booker have a chance to be a top 5 shooting guard of all time? Top 5 shooting guard. Does Devin Booker have a chance? And enjoy watching the show. Y'all keep doing y'all thing.
We appreciate you for the username. I see you got the camera real tight because you want to show that third neck.
I'm about to say, we want to see the chin.
Right, because
We want to see the chin.
No, he's already said it. No, he said he's Josiah's second chin.
Where's it at?
Can
You
Devin
look
Booker
like
be
our
a,
cousin, so.
Can Devin Booker be a top 5 shooting guard ever?
It's gonna have to come with winning.
Yeah.
Because all the shooting guards that would be in front of him, mostly they're all 2000s. Because I know everyone talks about the 90s, just Jordan from the 90s, and then from there it goes Kobe, Dwayne Wade, AI, Vince. It goes all of them. So you can get in there because the only 2 people or the only 3 that would be in front of him are all champions, multi-champions. Dwayne has 3. So Iverson will be the next one to catch at 4. Right. So he's gonna need a chip or 2 and still keep the same, scoring average. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Just one championship. Does it matter that if they do win this year, it's with the addition of Beal and KD? Does that lessen the importance of that championship on his resume?
Not really, because he's only 25, 26. So he still has with medicine today and how they played. He still got 10 more years.
Yeah.
The stats he's gonna have in 10 more years will be better than Allen Iverson's when it comes to totality. And then with a ring there, he'll go down as top.
Yeah, I think a Finals MVP would help. Everybody in the top in the shooting guards got a Finals MVP. Yeah, just win it. Just win it and have like 3-4 crazy years.
Yeah. I think people respect Book, but there's still like I think there's like one more level, like them leaving him off the All-Star. Did they leave him off because he didn't have enough games? Or
They left him off just because that's what they do over there.
because I'm like, that's like that level of respect that I feel like he has that one. I don't think his gameplay, I don't think he can do anything more but win.
It's called collusion.
Yeah, it's weird.
Collusion.
What about James Harden?
Collusion. It's called collusion.
James Harden,
James Harden, what?
Top
top
5.
5.
Shooting guard?
To be honest,
the
he's
numbers.
probably there now. I'm not even gonna lie. If someone had to vote, AI's at 4.
Yeah.
Right, AI's at 4.
Take all the nonsense.
And then at
going
5,
out of it.
who's really legit at 5?
Probably James.
That sounds like another segment.
No, you know what I mean. So he might already be there. I know we're really focused on the outside shit, but when we're talking about just the game itself,
Yeah.
he already might be at 4 or 5 when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like another segment for us to have another day. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena. We appreciate all y'all pulling up. Lexi, we appreciate you pulling up. Brandon, appreciate you. Gil, we appreciate you as always. Lexi, you'll be on tomorrow with Rashad McCants.
Woo!
for our Halloween
I'm sorry.
episode.
That's my thing.
I'm sorry, do it again. Go.
And our costumes.
We wearing
be dressed
costumes?
up. Of course.
Okay, we
Love
wearing
Halloween.
costumes. Brandon, you'll be here later in the week. We appreciate you as always. And
You ain't coming tomorrow? It's costume day. We got to see your joint, man.
I don't know. I got issues outside right now. I got to handle.
oh, well,
Yep.
shit.
Oh.
Let us know if you need any help. Take care of business.
Got to go to court.
Oh, shit. And on that note, we will see you guys Tuesday. Gil's Arena.
That's why you don't get raises. That's why you...
Yeah, boy.